There is only one dream, one prize, one YouTube channel to catch all the action on, one moment of glory, to get your name etched with the greatest of all time. We all want it. We all need it. Only one will get it. This is our year. This is our time to live, to fight, to win. Lord Stanley, we are coming for you. Subscribe today and don't miss out.
Senators, let's go! Blue and white, we're born to rise. Scarlet dreams burning in their eyes. Toronto's pride, Ottawa's flame. One ice, one heart, one name to claim. From the face-off to the final horn, this is the moment champions are born. Sweat and tears, we make our stand for the love of the badge on the sweater, man. Blades of glory, skating through the fight. Maple leaves fly, Senators ignite. Sam Wills calling every night. Battle of Ontario, hold on tight. Blades of glory tonight.
The outside of the net. Back up top for a wrist shot. Matthews
Check hard like the lamp, break the line. Crowd shake the rafters, the stars align. Game for madness, legends collide. Only one can claim the pride. The past is heavy, but the future's bright. Blue and red under the spotlight, light. Two cities, one frozen war. History knocking at the door. Blades of glory, skating through the fight. Maple leaves fly, Senators ignite. Sam Wills calling every night. Battle of Ontario, hold on tight. Whoa, blades of glory tonight. Raise your voices, raise your flags. Every heartbeat, every slap. This is more than just a game. It's blood, it's soul, it's our name. Maple Leaf Senators, let's go! Blades of glory tonight.
More hits from Scott Lawton.
You're watching Sam Welby experience.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's go. Raise your flags, get your voices up. It's hockey night. The Battle of Ontario is back, and we're looking to shut it down. Welcome in everybody from around the world. We're getting set for fight night. We're going to drop the gloves, and we're going to scrap it out. This is hockey, and this is what it's all about. The Battle of Ontario. Are you with me? Oh, yeah. We're going to have a party tonight. Welcome in. Beverly, good to see you. Amelia, what's up? Stefan, welcome in. Bradley, how's it going? Randy, what's shaking? How's it going? Brendan, Dave, what's going on? Coach in the house, good to see you. What is up? I'm so fired up. Lizard, what's going on? Richard, hello there. Onyx, what's going on? Daniel Barry, hello there. Alexander, hello. Welcome in. Holy smokes, I gotta scroll back. Justin, welcome in. Zachary, how's it going? Typical maple syrup, welcome in. Welcome to the party. Patoli, good to see you. Welcome in. Billy, how you doing, my friend? My kid hijacked my account. Welcome to the party. Overly Killed, how's it going? Let's do it tonight. It's hockey night, and we are absolutely going to get crazy. We're going to get turned up. JP, how's it going? Victoria, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, my goodness. I don't know about you, but I have not been sleeping well waiting for this game. Mr. Buck, how's it going? Wayne, welcome to the party. Oh, my goodness. It has been a crazy couple of days. I've been trying to distract myself watching some other games. Curtis, what's going on? But no other hockey could fill the void of Maple Leafs hockey, my man. Didn't realize. Oh, Stefan, you know, it just is. It just is. But holy smokes, Dan, what's going on? Welcome in, everybody. Again, we're going to have a great time here tonight, and I cannot wait for puck drop. Like I said, I've been having trouble sleeping. We've been streaming every night. Montreal, Washington has been a banger. That game is coming up tomorrow. Florida, Tampa Bay has been lit as well. We had such a great time on that one last night. Ryan, what's going on? Yeah, we had some crazy storms rolling through. High winds, high thunder, lightning, hail, you name it. It's been crazy. Sasha, what's going on? I got you, buddy. I got you. Good to see you. All right, let's break this one all down because there's a lot to talk about. Raven, what's going on? Raven, a new photo. I like it. I like it. Caramel popcorn is in the oven. Beer is coming. Go, Leafs, go. Oh, get that caramel corn going. Love it. Okay, let's talk this series. Let's break it all down. Not expecting a lot of lineup changes for the Senators. Marshall, what's going on? We're going to get to the lineups in just a minute, but in the last game, in game 4, it was decisive. Listen, decisive. The Senators dominated special teams. They shut them down on the penalty kill, going 4 for 4. It was the first time they did not allow a power play goal all series. They themselves went 1 for 2 on the power play. The Senators relying blocking lanes, blocking shots, taking up space, and just playing big. That's exactly what they do. They led in those block shots, category 28-17 in game 4. It was the first time in the series they blocked more shots than the Maple Leafs. Now the Leafs themselves, listen, we know it. They have had some trouble closing out series clinching games over the years. So we kind of anticipated that game 4 was going to end up going the way it did, but the Leafs have to learn a lot from that one. Now, the Maple Leafs, they're also going to use a very, very similar lineup for the third straight game when they attempt to close this off on home ice, which would be the first time since April 20th of 2004 when they defeated the Senators 4-1 in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. They were 27-13-1 at Scotiabank Arena during the regular season, and they're 2-0 at home in the playoffs, and they are looking to get it done. Now, the number 6 stands out because this is the number of goals that Matthews, Marner, and Nylander have combined to score in 13 games. The Maple Leafs have had the chance to eliminate an opponent dating back to 2017. That is not good. Shady Lane, what's going on? Welcome in. That is not good. We need the core 4 to step up. We need them to be big, and they have been massive in this series. However, they were not that great in the last game. The Maple Leafs have held the advantage at 5-on-5 during the series, outscoring the Senators 10-5. The 5 goals the Senators have scored are the fewest at 5-on-5 amongst any team in the playoffs. However, Ottawa has significantly out-hit the Toronto Maple Leafs. They rank second in the playoffs with 188 hits compared to Toronto, which is about 16th, down with 121 hits. My angel dear, what's going on? Todd, welcome in. Len, hello, would like to sleep. Welcome in as well. Welcome in, Phil. So those are the numbers. Very us, welcome in as well. So those are the numbers. We don't like them. We got to change them around. B Disney, what's going on? And here are the squads that are going to do it. The lineups are looking as the following. Travis, what's up? Welcome in. And let me flip over here. Jesse, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Holy smokes. Oh, Florida Panthers fan from Australia coming in with the super chat. Welcome in. Tornado on the ground. Oh my goodness. Be safe. Be safe. Thank you for the super chat, but be safe. It's that kind of weather today. It's that kind of weather. It's going to be stormy all across from east to west, from north to south. So wherever you are, if you are in the path of a storm, please be safe and be careful. All right, here we go in for Dan's Senators. Dan, is that where the S is? Is that where the S comes from? Dan's Senators. All right, here you go, Dan. Brady Tkachuk is going to be with Stützle and Claude Giroux. We got David Perron, who was outstanding in the last game, by the way, with Dylan Cousins and Drake Batherson. Ridley Gregg is going to be with Shane Pinto and Michael Amadio, and then Nick Cousins with Adam Gaudette and Zetterlund. Zetterlund, he was up higher in the lineup. He's now found his way down to the bottom. Dave, what's going on? Welcome in. Saskatchewan needs an NHL team. Oh, man, Dave, I would love to see that. Would love to see that. Shady Lane, yeah, once hockey is all done, bow-tied, wrapped, and out for the season, we're gonna switch gears to some summer sports. So we will be picking up some stuff for sure. Drake Batherson's birthday today. Well, nothing says happy birthday than a nice hit into the boards. What do you think? I think it's coming. On the D side, Jake Sanderson, who has been, again, outstanding with Artem Zub. We got Thomas Chabot and Harmonic, and then Clavin with Monty Paulo. And no surprise, back between the pipes, it's Linus Ullmark. Canada, welcome in. Welcome in. That is right, Mr. Voorhees. Thank you so much for hitting that follow along. Lake of Fire, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. And thanks for coming back in. We appreciate it. So Linus Ullmark going to get the start tonight. You know he is going to be tough. Tonight is going to be a battle of the tendies. A battle of the tendies, and we're not talking no chicken tendies, dipping it in the plum sauce, the barbecue sauce, the honey mustard, the ranch, the hot sauce. No, we're talking about the goaltendies who are absolutely going to light this game on fire. Lisa Terry, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, for the Maple Leafs, Matty Nyes back with Matthews and Marner. Now, Matthews did not skate yesterday, took the day off to rest. But Matthews going to be in here. He should be fine. Just a maintenance day. Sauce, what's going on? Welcome in. Nah, Sauce, not this year. Joel, what's going on? Welcome in. Chicken tendies with smoky barbecue sauce. Already, Phil, we've been live for like 10 minutes and we're already going to the food. It was kind of my fault. I brought it up, but hey, that's okay. All right, back to it. Nyes, Matthews, Marner. Holmberg is going to be back up with John Tavares and Willie Nylander. Max Domi stays centering that third line with Bobby McMahon and Max Pacioretty. Grant, what's up, Chef? Welcome in. Brendan, how's it going? Welcome in as well. So Pacioretty back in here, third line. I got to tell you, I'm a little disappointed. Now, Coach said he wasn't going to make a lineup change just because a few bounces didn't go his way or our way. But I got to tell you, Pacioretty has not impressed. I'd rather have the speed of Nicky Robertson in there. Robertson with those two, McMahon and Domi, have been great. They've been moving the puck. They've had so much speed. Pacioretty has been slow. He's been watching. Although he has had some big hits, I would rather have the chemistry we saw before. That's just my opinion. Just saying. The fourth line is going to see Steven Lorentz with Scotty Nose, Scotty Lawton, and of course, Callie Yarncroc to round it out. On the D side, we got Riley and Carlo, Jake McCabe and Chris Tanev, Simone Benoit, who has been amazing in this playoffs, with Oliver Ekman-Larsson. No, Sasha, Robbie is out. Nick Robertson, he is not in tonight's lineup and not too happy about it. Justin, what's going on? Welcome in. And then in goal for Toronto, guarding the twine, shutting things down, going to look Ullmark in the eyes and drop those gloves if it came to that. Wouldn't that be awesome if we saw a tendy fight tonight? That would be sweet. But it's going to be Anthony Stolarz back in net here tonight to get this one done. So very, very happy. No lineup changes. I would have liked to see the one, but hey, it's not my call. That's the way it's going to be. For the Maple Leafs, Mitchie Marner, 7 points in these playoffs. 7 points through 4 games. Come on. That is amazing. He's been doing his job. Brady Tkachuk, he's got 3 points in the 4 games, 2 of those being goals. Jake Sanderson with 2 assists so far. Mitch Marner, 6 of his 7 have been assists. And John Tavares with 3 goals. And John Tavares has been awesome. Need to see a Benoit Superman punch. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? I don't think he's ever going to pull out that again. That was incredible when it happened. Joel says Ottawa's going to come out flying. I agree with you, Joel. Again, the Senators' backs are up against the wall. They're being pinched. They're trying to press. Once again, they are playing for their lives. In Toronto, they need to wake up and realize this quickly. They need to jump on, get a goal. They need to get the first goal of this game and start holding down the fort. JT leads the league since the Four Nation. Yeah, King, he has been amazing. John Tavares has been an absolute delight to watch this year, an absolute delight. I mean, he's playing himself to a bigger contract, which doesn't necessarily favor us. But listen, he has been amazing, absolutely incredible. When we talk about the tendies, Allmark is a 3.44 goals against and an 8.48 save percentage. Stellars has a 229 and a 902. So Stellars definitely has been the better of the goaltenders. Your hands are looking huge. Yes, because I'm ready to go. Put me in, coach. We're ready to battle this one out. We are all set. All right. What do the Leafs have to do that they haven't been doing over the last couple of games, or at least in the last game? Well, when pucks were in front of the net, the Leafs struggled to clear those out. They struggled to clear the front of the net. Now the Senators got some bounces. Of course, that makes it a little bit more difficult. But when the puck is there, don't let the puck get there. But if the puck is going to get there, clear it to the boards, move it away, get that traffic out in front of Stellars. Now, one thing that Ottawa didn't do nearly as much in the last game was stand right in front and take Stellars' eyes away. So they are probably going to come back to that. They're probably going to get in there and try and rattle them. Now, Toronto did an amazing job in the first two games at home when they had that last change. They could move guys around. They could get that top line away from the players they didn't want to match up against. Obviously, in Ottawa, it was a different story. So we'll see with that last change, how big of a difference is that going to be? And how physical is this game going to be? I think Ottawa's going to come out flying, like you said, but I think they're going to be throwing their weight around to start. They want to knock this Toronto team around. They want to show them, hey, we're here to absolutely dominate you. And Toronto has to be prepared for that. Tim, what's going on? Welcome in. Bobby Ray, welcome in as well. Good to see you. Who did I miss? Antonio, how's it going? Mr. Scotty, welcome in. Welcome in. Alan, welcome in. Who else am I missing? Zachary, I'm not sure if I got you. Lard, what's going on? Fook, welcome in. Welcome in, Hayden. All right, it's time to party. Chris, what's going on? The Devils are done. So dumping the puck. Yeah, that's right. A lot of dump and chase is what we saw as well instead of carrying this one over the line. So we're going to see which style they elect to go with tonight. Road Warriors, welcome in. Duke, welcome in. Alexander, welcome in. All right, here are the special teams numbers. We talked about how dominant Toronto was early on in special teams. They are third in the league with 38.5% on the power play. Ottawa is eighth at 27.3%. In the penalty kill, both teams not so high up. Toronto is ninth with a 72.7%. Ottawa 13th with a 61.5%. In the face-offs, this is probably the biggest difference. Toronto, first in the league, winning 57.3% of the face-offs. The Senators, 42.7%, down at 16th. Goals for, Toronto is fourth. Goals against, they are third. For the Senators, they are 13th and 12th. Now, the important question we all want to know. Frank, how's it going? Welcome in. The important question we all want to know. We need to know, who are the officials for tonight's game? Who is calling the penalties? Well, we got Frederic Leclerc and Dan O'Rourke. Those are the two referees for tonight. Scott Cherry and Libor Soshenik are the lines people. So hopefully they call a nice, even, fair game. Welcome in, if you are just coming. If you're watching us up on the big screen, if you have us up on the TVs, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Really, really appreciate you tuning us in. Aaron Ekblad, by the way, gets a 2-game suspension for his elbow on Brendan Hagel. If you were with us last night during the game against the Panthers and the Lightning, Aaron Ekblad came up with a flying forearm to Brendan Hagel, trying to give him an extra shot for what he did to Barkov a couple of games earlier. He got him real good. Now, the camera angle we saw, we couldn't quite see the full contact of where he got him. They have now released kind of that reverse angle, which we talked about. We said that would be the difference maker. So Aaron Ekblad, who missed the first 2 games for the Panthers from suspension, now going to miss the next 2 games for the Panthers with another suspension. So that series is getting crazy. Let's see here. Welcome in. Jeff, how's it going, Jeff? Good to see you. What's up, Mr. Ben? Welcome to the party. Let's see who else. Jason Robertson, generational talent. Good Nicky B for Toronto. No, Nicky, I don't think will ever be as good as his brother, but he's got a lot of promise. He just is not able to get the playing time going, which is very, very unfortunate for him. Noah, how's it going? Welcome in, everybody. As I was saying, folks on the TV, welcome in. If you are watching on your mobile device or tablet, thank you for being here. And to those that have us on the computers, thank you. We're streaming on multiple platforms today. So wherever you are watching on, thank you. Make sure you're tapping the screen or hitting the likes. Keep those likes going. And of course, make sure you are following or hit that subscribe. We've been streaming every single day since the playoffs have started, sometimes twice. And you know, we'll be back again tomorrow for the Habs and the Washington Capitals. And the Maple Leafs starting to make their way down the tunnel, making their way on the ice, which means we are moments away from puck drop. We are moments away. So let's flip this one over and let me explain to you what's going to be going on. Up, up, down, down. How's it going? Let me break it all down for you. What you are going to see here up top is going to be your score. Right down here in the middle is going to show you where all the shots are coming from, where all the pucks and the passes are. You're going to see what is happening here and to learn the strategies. Down below is going to show you where the puck is moving, who has possession, who's attacking, who's defended, and all that good stuff. And on the far side, you're going to see who's on the ice and what their stat lines are. Right now, you see the goaltenders and their records. That is exactly what you are going to see for the players that are on the ice. Now, the lights are still down. We're going to bring it up here momentarily for you as soon as they stop playing some Metallica. We're going to get that one going. And there's Curtis Joseph in the house. Can we hear what Curtis has to say?
The beacon of positivity. What's been your sense, the conversations you've had around this city as the series extended to 5 here?
Well, you know, 5 games is okay. Leafs are still in charge. And the city is electric. You can feel it everywhere. Anywhere I go, they have questions. How's the goaltending? How's the defense? So it's always fun. I love this time of year.
But no, you've said, like, when you're in the zone as a goalie, like almost like a golfer, there's like the one swing, one shot kind of mindset. What do you think watching Anthony Stolarz right now?
Yeah, you should have one swing thought or one mindset. Not too many things going on in your head. And when you're in the zone, you see the people, but you don't see the people. You don't see any details. It's all about stopping the puck. So there is a zone, and I feel like he's in it now.
Curtis,
there it is, Curtis Joseph. Curtis Joseph sounds like he had a few beverages before this game. He's been pre-gaming. Dallas, what's up? B-Man, what's shaking? Frank, how's it going? You know what time it is? You know what time it is? Go, Leafs, go.
I'll ask that you please rise if you're able to.
Please
Remove your
rise.
hats and join Natalie Morris in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patient love in all of us command. Car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Natalie Morris getting it done. She is outstanding. We are moments away from puck drop. I got to refresh this because the video and audio is out of sync, and that drives me absolutely crazy. So I'm going to restart this. We're just about ready for puck drop. Welcome in. We are 20 likes away. Can we get 20 likes before the puck is dropped? Moments away. They're getting fired up, showing their little hype video. The lights are on. It's time to play some hockey. The Maple Leafs, the Senators, Game 5 from the Scotiabank Arena here in Toronto. Let's get it going. Who's going to be starting it up? Who's going to be fired up? They're going to be making their way onto the ice in a moment. George, what's going on? Welcome in. There we go. 10 more likes. 10 more likes. Puck drop is about to go. 4 more likes. Can we do it? 4 more likes. They're about to drop the puck. And there it is. Puck is dropped. Oh, and we just so close. This is going to be in the Senators zone to start this one up. Down around. Leafs trying to keep this one pinched in. Oh, nuts. Hang on. There we go. All right, starting to get some changes going. Marner going to be coming on the ice. Thank you for that subscribe. Ooh, what has happened? Our scoreboard, everything's gone a little crazy here. What is happening?
Scored the opening goal of Game 3, tied up along the boards by Tanev. Matthews able to work it loose. Marner with an outlet.
The Brady sucks chance already coming up. We got to fix little fixer-upper here.
From the Toronto side of center, and so icing is called.
Just great energy.
Icing called right away. I apologize. Little technical difficulties.
Up against the Matthews line, and for Austin Matthews and Craig Berube, it's all been about
Let me get this fixed up for us here.
Chris, this is one of those games that can be a career-defining one. You're the captain. You got an opportunity to win on home ice. Get the much.
There we go. All right, back in action.
Opportunity for Austin Matthews to step to the forefront.
Playing in his 60th career Stanley Cup Playoff Game tonight. Here's McCabe again. Dropping it down this time.
This coming down all the way down in the corner. Ottawa going to move it around. Jensen going to move this one up. Here come the Senators in over the line. Amadio, he gets put in the boards. Toronto Holmberg going to flip this one up. This coming down the ice. Alan, how's it going? Welcome in. Game is on, Hockey Boy. Game is on right now. In the corner, working it. Benoit sending this a low. Tavares can't cut it off. Holmberg chasing around behind the net. And here they come again. Amadio up to the red line. Sens far side going to chip this one down. No problem. Only solutions. That's right, B-Man. Big hits at the side. Holmberg coming onto the puck. Plays it in front of the net. Stellaris had to be careful there. Ekman Larson banking it off the boards. And here's a break for Nylander. He drops it for Domi. Domi fans on the shot. Allmark going to steer this one over to the corner. Wally, how's it going? Welcome in. Batherson driving this one through. Carlo back to work it. Going to try and move it around. Jeff, all the points were restarted at the start of the playoffs. Here's a shot right on. It's behind Stellaris. This one is in the net. This is in the net. The ref blowing it down. He doesn't see where it is. I'm pretty sure we saw this go in. Jangy, what's going on? Welcome in. Joel, welcome in. This is 100% in the net. They're going to go upstairs and look. But I'm telling you, I saw this go in the net. I think it even went in twice. JDA, what's going on? Nylander had a good chance. He bobbled it. It came to Domi. Domi fanned on the shot. The Senators came up the other way. It hit the post. It went behind Stellaris. It was stuck behind his pads. Oh, maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't cross the line. Where did it go? It's there at the side. Oh, Morgan Riley saved this one. It was Batherson's stick. It's Batherson's stick I saw. I thought he got the puck. Stellaris, it's loose, it's loose. Whoa, Morgan Riley, what a play. I thought this was for sure in the net, but it was the tip of the stick that went in, that darkness. Holy smokes, thank goodness for replays. No goal, Joel, no goal. This going to play on. 0-0 is the score. Down the ice. Pacioretty going to chase this one. B-Man, that was so close. Amelia. Holy smokes, what a save. Reaching behind him. That was outstanding. Thomas, what's going on? Me too. Me too. Off the post, underneath them, reached back with the glove and got it. And Morgan Riley got his stick there before and able to put that one in. This one dumped down, coming around behind the boards. Pacioretty's side of the net. Would love to see Pacioretty get one. Pacioretty putting it up. Here's a shot by McMahon. He fanned on it. McCabe can't get it. This is going to be cleared all the way back. Tanev reverses to McCabe. McCabe, he's taking a look. McCabe, long pass up to Matthews. Matthews bringing it in. Marner takes a bump. Nyes coming in the corner here. He throws a little bit of a hit. And Ottawa turning it over. McCabe stealing it to Nyes. Nyes back to McCabe. Cross-ice pass. Tanev to McCabe. McCabe, his shot gets blocked. Ottawa picks it up. They're going to tip this one out of the zone to Pinto. Pinto brings it up to the red line. He's going to send it in. And Stolarz comes out to play it ahead. Toronto in their own zone, regrouping. Kathy, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh, you're calling. Joel, I get it. You're calling Cousins for the first goal. There you go. Sorry, I misread. Got what's going on. Mike, welcome in. Tonight is the night, is the night. This coming around on the boards. Benny stepping up. Benny throwing it towards the front of the net. It was behind Yarncroc. Up on the far side is Lorentz. He goes down, trying to work this one through his Cousins and get it out. Lorentz is there, takes it back, feeds this to the line. Hey, Charles, welcome in. This shot is going to go wide, down at the side. Canada Post is potentially striking again. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just saw it pop up on my phone. Here comes Lawton. Lawton going to play this one back. They're going to set this one up. Toronto, second line coming on. Pass comes up to Benoit. Benoit, long pass up the middle. That kind of hit Tavares, but bounced off him. Sens going to bring it right back in. Down around behind the net. Benoit takes a big bump here from Stützle. Tavares picking it up. He gets hauled down. Puck going to come out. Leaf fans wanted a penalty. Ref's going to let it go. This in the corner. Giroux can't get it. Holmberg gives him a shove. Giroux coming for the wraparound. Stolarz is down. Puts it right back in the corner. Giroux putting it back to the line. Jansen with it. He's going to have it intercepted. Here comes Tavares. A breakaway from the red line. Tavares backhand tries to go 5-hole and the door is slammed closed. Holmberg going to walk out in front. He tries to come to McMahon and that one is blocked. Nylander turns and throws it in. That one is stopped. Alexis, how's it going? Great pace to this game. Great speed by John Tavares. And he just gets the door slammed by Allmark. Riley going to dump this one in. He's going to now set it up. Allmark sets it up behind the net. Sanderson moving it across. Laney, welcome in. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. As a puck is going to go up and at a play, we're going to get a face-off. Unbelievable. Great start. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Wow. Tavares beating out Jansen. Jansen just bothered him enough, though. Tavares couldn't do a full-on deke. He had to go backhand. Oh, and you know what? The puck just rolled off his stick. He couldn't get it under it to lift it up. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Cujo's going to need an Uber home. Dallas, he looked a little rough. Did you hear how he was talking, too? He's like, he's got the raspiness in his voice and crazy. Tyler, I wish I could, my man. I wish I could. That's going to be a whistle at the line. We're going to get another face-off coming up. Again, thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Appreciate it. If you're... What? Yeah, I know. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. If this is your first time here, welcome in. Numi, how's it going? If this is your first time here, come in the chat. Say hello. You earn points just by chatting along with us. You can check your points at any time by doing exclamation mark points in the chat. That will allow you to bring up graphics all game long and to play the home version. Play along. If you're wondering how all those graphics are coming up, it's based off the redemptions using those points earned. This off the draw, coming all the way down. That's going to be enough for icing. Yes, it is. Darce, good night, good night, good night. Any fights tonight? Ooh, Joel. I don't know if we're going to see any. It does, you know, the way this game is started, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that kind of night. We'll get some good hits for sure, but right now, both teams want to stay out of the box. So if something happens, I'm sure you'll see more of that physicality become present. But yeah, staying out of the box is going to be key tonight. I put my thumb through my glove. All right, let's get things set up. Face off, Matthews in to take the draw. He's going to lose it. Sens bringing it in the corner. They're going to fire this one up and down the ice. Trying to pull it through. Amadio coming in. He works it over into the corner. Putting it around behind the net. Ottawa cycling it to the point, just holding it in. Here's a long shot. That's going to get blocked. Matthews going back to pick it up. Matthews sending it up to Nyes. Nyes, he can't reach it. And we got a hand pass whistle. Hand pass whistle.
Well, that was an opportunity.
So Joel, the points, as you chat every couple of minutes, as you're engaged in the chat, more points get added to your total, and then you can use those points to bring those graphics up on the screen, whether they're Leaf graphics, Senators graphics. There's a bunch of hidden graphics. It's just a way to play along and give you guys some control to the stream. There's a bunch of mini games you can play as well. You'll see people going on doing virtual heists, playing the virtual slot machines, all for fun and all for free. So Tavares going to get waved out. No, I thought Nylander was coming in. He's going to go to the other side. Holmberg going to take this against Stützle. There's a draw. Holmberg going to win this one back. Nylander to McCabe. Here's a quick shot that goes wide. Holmberg going to bring it off the end boards. Holmberg still with it. He's going to play it back to the point. Here's a long shot. That one goes way wide. In the corner, Nylander trying to get there, trying to pinch up on it. Tavares going to steal. JT circling around, loses it. The puck is rolling down. It's a race. Here comes Stolarz way out almost to the blue line, and he plays it up. Good job by Stolarz. Richard coming in with the 10-pounder. Richard, thank you so much. First time. Well, here they come, and Stolarz going to hang on to that. First time on the site since it happened. Can I pass my condolences to the families? Yes, we are, Richard. That is a very good thing. I'm, very sad news coming out of Vancouver with the situation that unfolded, and of course, we certainly pass our condolences to anybody that was involved in the tragic incident. So thank you, Richard, for the super chat, and thank you for the condolences and raising it up. Absolutely, our country was shook through that horrific event. All right, thank you for hitting that subscribe. Keep it going. Keep the subscribe train rolling. We are 16 subscribes away from 250. Let's crush it tonight. If you're not part of the channel, hit that subscribe. Keep those likes going as well. We appreciate it so very much. This has been a wild roller coaster. Not just this series. Sierra, I'm watching on Sportsnet. I'm in the Toronto area, so I'm watching here on Sportsnet. It has been an absolute roller coaster, these playoffs. So many amazing games. The Blues and Jets. Look at the Blues. What a comeback on their side. It's so funny that going into tonight, all the West Coast games are tied 2-2. All the East Coast games are 3-1. I've never seen anything like that. It was absolutely crazy, but some phenomenal hockey games. The Oilers battling back when they looked like they were completely defeated. Montreal, even though they're down 3-1, they've had moments of excellence. They've had some really, really big pushes, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. I hope Montreal can win that one, bring it back to Montreal, and hopefully they can run with it. But Montreal's going to be in there tough, of course. Carolina up over the Devils. That one is kind of what everyone expected it to be. But it's going to be very, very interesting. OG, what's going on? Welcome in. So lots of amazing, amazing first round series. These playoffs have been spectacular. All right. Back from commercial break. Let's get things going. Let's get things ready to rock.
He thought the extra day would help his team as well.
Face off, down low, let's go. Down low, let's go.
Four games in a row. Each game has a life of its own.
Off the draw, Sens going to win this one back. Toronto trying to push it. They can't get it out. This coming around down in the corner, picked up by Ekman Larson. Eki going to flip this one up and all the way down the ice. Racing back for it. Lorentz trying to come around and pull it. He cannot do it. Cecilia, how's it going? Welcome in. Big hit there along the boards. That's what it's all about. Gotta throw some weight around. Gotta throw some weight around. This going to come to the line. Sens holding it in, but they're going to blow it down on the offside. That was still in from what I saw. But a whistle nonetheless. Another face-off coming up. These guys are getting all fired up. We're all fired up. Big game here in Toronto. We've seen all kinds of weird things happen in these playoffs. We've seen both starting tendies get hurt. Thank you so much for hitting that follow, NWF. Thank you very much. Welcome in. We've seen goalies get hurt. We've seen suspensions. We've seen big hits. I don't get how does someone talk about... That's funny. Charles Barkley and Shaq combined. Come on. Shaq Hyman is awesome. Love Shaq Hyman. Dude, got the reversible jersey. Yes, love it. Love it. This flip. Here's Ottawa from the point. Here's a long shot. Nice save. Stolarz kind of was juggling it, and it's actually behind him. It went up and out of play. Playoffs are a war. They are a war. Cha-ching, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Leafs holding down the fort. Shots are only 3-3. In the Panther Lightning game we did yesterday, we almost witnessed the lowest shooting game of all time. 40 shots is the lowest. And they finished the game at, what was it, 43 shots? It was so close. Sean, how's it going? Good evening. Welcome in. Kelly the teacher says hello. Hello, Kelly the teacher. The nerves. The nerves. Grant, yes, these jerseys, if you flip them inside out, they have, well, there's nothing here. I'll show you at the next break, but the inside has yellow on it. So these are like the Justin Bieber designed reversibles. This coming around, Toronto trying to work this one through. Spooky, what's going on? Welcome. Sens taking it away. Zub going to work this one up. Nice job by Nyes, getting it to the line. Over to McCabe. Cabe taking a look. Throws this down low. Marner to Matthews in the high slot. He has it taken away. Matthews giving a shot to Brady. Sanderson going to work this to Stutzla. Stutzla, long cross ice pass. Batherson going to dump it in. He took a big hit. This around of the boards. Nyes again with it. Nyes has been an absolute standout in the last couple weeks of the season, and he has continued to be here. You got a JT for your birthday. There you go. This around in the corner, near side, Toronto. Nylander lets it go. Picked up by Tavares. Tavares, whoop, had it stolen, but Ekman Larson follows it up back to JT. JT to Nylander, splitting through. Has it knocked off his stick. Nylander to the point. Here's a blast. That's going to be held by Ullmark. And Holmberg is going to dump somebody in front. That's going to draw a crowd. Nylander comes in and drops Clavin. William Nylander comes in dropping Clavin. What? That's not something we expected to see. You're right. Oh, no, OG. I'm so sorry to hear. Oh, my goodness. Take it easy, buddy. Sweet. What's going on? Welcome in. Nylander almost came in. Just had that puck knocked off his stick. The big shot by Benoit came in. And Clavin got knocked down by Holmberg. It was purely accidental. Kind of tripped over his foot. And then as he popped up, he comes back at Holmberg. And here comes Willie. Bam. Knocks him down. Love to see Willie get fired up. Off the draw, Sens going to win this puck. Senators seem to be winning a lot right now. Riley misses his hit along the boards. In the corner, Toronto playing it back around the other side. Riley taking a look. Going to work this one up. Chip down the ice. And Ullmark comes out to play it. Under 11 minutes to go here in period number 1. No score. Shots are only 4-3. Here come the Senators in over the Leaf line. Perron with a shot. And that's going to be held by Stolarz. Blue Jays and Leafs are both playing tonight. Now I have secondhand anxiety about the traffic. Traffic is going to be insane tonight. We were actually supposed to be at the game tonight. We were supposed to be at the game tonight. And I said, you know what? I can't go. I can't go. I have a community of people I need to be here for in order to bring this game. I wanted to be here with all of you tonight. That's how I wanted to witness it. So I passed on the tickets. Save the drama for mama. Go Buds. Love it. Leo, how's it going? Welcome in. This down, Toronto trying to chip it out. Bobby McMahon, he's going to flip it over to Domi. Domi in over the line, trying to go between the legs of Jansen. This coming around in the corner. Trying to pull this one out. Here's Pacioretty, a weak shot, and that one's going to go on. Sen's going to work it forward. They're going to bring this one over the line. Zetterling going to drop this one in. Down in the corner, working it through, bobbled at the point. McMahon, though, still comes away with it. Trying to bring this one out. Sweet, I am. We got the gloves on. We're ready to battle. Avs need to fire their head coach. Oh, yes, Matthew, it's tough there. Powers, what's going on? Welcome in. Here comes Sanderson. Sanderson on the move, carrying this one up over the line. This is going to be dumped in around the boards it goes. Sens right there to pick it up. Sending it in again. Trying to get this one. Perron against the boards. Leafs trying to dig it free. Comes to Tanev. He reverses it to McCabe, who tips it up to Yarncroc. Yarncroc back to McCabe. Back to Tanev. Kenny, oh no, Kenny powers out. Well, I'm glad you're here, Kenny. Hopefully you get your power back soon. Dan, what's shaking? Welcome in. Ben's going to carry this one up near side, dumping it down in the Leaf zone. 9.5 minutes to go in period number 1. Carlo has it. Carlo getting worked over in the corner by Amadio. Amadio doing a really nice job on the forecheck this game. This coming through down in the corner. After the play of review, the Panthers are paying their... No, OG. B-Man coming in with the 5 spot. B-Man, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, my man. All right, we got another face-off coming up. Stick taps for our gifters tonight for B-Man and Richard. Stick taps, drop those hockey sticks in. 9:16 to go. Lawton in to take it against Stutzel. Stutzel's going to win this one back. This being flipped around. Free Life, what's going on? Welcome in. Cottaging, how's it going? Your voice again, doing a great job. Once again, my son and I. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad to have you both here. Gramps, what's going on? Welcome in. That's going to be an icing call against the Sen. Love that everybody's coming in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Keep smashing that thumbs up button as you're coming in. Tap that screen as you're coming in. And of course, make sure you hit that follow, hit that subscribe. Let's get that number up to 250. Let's get it up. We need 15 subs to 250. Now's a great time to sub up. Paul, what's shaking? Tyler, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Go Sens. Brendan wants those Sens to win. Around on the half boards. Sens going to bring this one up, trying to curl around Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson doing a nice job taking Stutzel hard in the corner. This coming around back out. Mr. Buck coming in with the 10 spot, the super chat. Mr. Buck, thank you kindly, my friend. Welcome in. Stick taps there for Mr. Buck. Here's a quick shot. That's going to be knocked down. Matthews picking it up. Breakaway pass. Matthew to Nyes. Nyes can't get Jansen. Caught him. Nyes still with it. Great job by Jansen to come and take that puck away. That's twice he's done it. Here comes Toronto out of the corner. That one's taken away. Blue Jays are terrible. They are struggling, that's for sure. Toronto in the corner. Nylander battling along the half boards. Can't take it away from Amadio. Sen's going to bring it around the other side. Shabbat to Pinto. Pinto, he's moving. Pinto's playing more like a Mustang than a Pinto. Down in the corner. McCabe going to reverse this one. Toronto trying to work it out. Holmberg does, gets it to Nylander, and he's going to turn it over, and this line going to go change it up. They're going to get things going.
Let's go!
Behind the line. Thank you, Cindy, coming in with that subscribe. Thank you, everybody. Crushing that button. 7:40 to go. Riley going to work this one around. Tied up here in the corner. Sens pressing. The Go Leafs Go chants are coming. Holmberg still with it. Going to get this behind to Riley. Riley to McCabe. McCabe back to Riley. Riley going to look the other way. Stops. Up across the middle to Tavares. Tavares over the line. JT. He takes a shot. That one's deflected wide. Karen, how's it going? Welcome in. Back with you for every game this playoffs from Ken and Karen. About 2 hours out of Toronto. We love being a part of the Samwell B12 experience. Amazing. Thank you so much. What an amazing message, Karen. Happy to have yourself and Ken with us. Thank you so much for the kind words. Toronto coming close. Ekman Larson throwing this one up. It's gloved down. Senators going to move this one around. Brad, what's up? Pinto is explosive. He is, for sure. Monty, what's going on? Welcome in, bud. This around the line, off the boards. All the way down the ice. Icing call against Toronto. So this is coming all the way back to Leafland. But a good pace. They are moving. Toronto's had a couple chances. 6 shots to 3. Mega, how's it going? Welcome, buddy. Your oil staying alive. Staying alive. They're hanging in there. What an effort. All right, face off in the Maple Leaf zone. Off the draw. Leafs going to win this one. Little chip ahead. Back down the ice. Pacioretty is pressing. This is going to be moved across and played up. Domi trying to hold it in. He cannot. That's going to be an offside. So we're going to get another face-off just outside. Grant, I will get you, I will find you a link for sure. I will get you one of those. But it is the, they're going to go to commercial break. All right, so let me show you what, oh, shoot, I dropped it. So these jerseys have the black on blue kind of maple leaf, and then if you reverse it, on the inside, it's got the yellow maple leaf. So it's yellow on the inside, blue on the back side. It's a pretty sweet jersey. Now, this is the old Adidas jersey. This is the old Adidas one. I don't believe Fanatics is making the new one, but let me take a quick peek here for you. If they are, I'll get you an affiliate link. You can check it out for us. They are having a free shipping sale right now. But let's see if they are offering their version, and they are. Okay, so what I'll do, can I get you a link from this link? All right, bear with me. We're going to try and pull this up. Rick, what's going on? That's right, the Bieber jersey. The Biebs. It's a pretty sweet jersey. I do enjoy it. Yeah, I'm going to see if this will work. I'll get you a link to their jersey page. Who do you want? Do you have a particular player in mind? But you know what? I'll just see if I can get you a link to the full out jersey page, and then you can pick yourself. And that hopefully will do the trick. So let's see if this will work. Let's see if this will work. What do you mean? I just logged in. It's telling me my session timed out. I just logged in. All right, coming back from commercial break. Austin Matthews blocked a shot with his hand. He was seen with ice on the bench. Don't like to see that. Matthews, who's had wrist issues, you don't want to see him have issues from blocking a shot. All right, so Grant, if you check out this link that I just posted, hopefully that will bring you to the jersey page, and you can pick the jersey that you like. So that's Fanatics. They have a sale on right now. I don't think I can narrow it down to just that particular jersey, but there you go. Anything purchased from our affiliate code, it's the same price as you buying it directly from Fanatics. It just helps support us with a little commission on the sale. Jeff, can you imagine? Den's going to flip this one back in, down in the corner. Dumped in, out to play. It is Stolarz. That's going to be intercepted out in front. Stolarz had to be careful giving it away. After a full 10-day marathon of tests, scans, the ultrasounds, and an MRI, 90% clean. Bill of health, the last 10. Oh, Wayne, there you go. Way to go, Wayne. 90% done. Let's see. Hopefully that last 10 is all good. Keep me posted, please. Let me know. Phil, they don't send to Australia. Oh, I didn't know that. This flipped up all the way down the ice. 5:17 to go. 5:17 to go in this first period. Welcome in wherever you're watching. Thank you so much for the follows. There's a cross-check. Senators going to the box. Ridley Gregg, bye-bye. I had one of those. You had a Mitch Marner one, Kalen. Nice. Alden, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Kalen, thank you for that follow as well. Thank you for hitting those likes. So Matthew Nyes takes a cross-check from Ridley Gregg, and they're going to commercial break. When they return, the Maple Leafs going to the power play. Miss Spud, how's it going? Kevin, welcome in. And I got to tell you, great wherewithal by Nyes. Now, he wasn't super close to the boards, but it was pretty close. So when he got cross-checked, he was going down. He had the wherewithal to kind of turn. So he wasn't going to go head first, then turn and slide down and go kind of shoulder back into the boards. But nice job there, Nyesy, driving one, drawing one. Let's see what this is going to be. Welcome in. All right, power play coming up. Let's go. Let's see if the Leafs can do it. All right, we're now 10 subs away. 10 subs away from 250. So smash those subscribes. And again, welcome in everybody. This game This series is living up to expectations. It has been absolutely incredible. Incredible. It's been so much fun to watch. As much as it's been frustrating, let's be real, right? It's been frustrating at times. It is a super, super good game and a great series. A lot of credit to the Ottawa Senators. They come to play. They're giving it whatever they got. They're just absolutely pumping it and doing a nice job. A really, really nice job. If you missed it earlier, we dropped a link in. If you're looking for a Maple Leafs jersey, there's our Fanatics affiliate link that'll take you to the jersey page. Already filtered. You can scroll through, pick the jersey you like. There is a sale right now. Some of them are on. And by the way, they're saying free orders, free shipping on orders over $69 with promo code 69CA. So check it out. It looks like if you buy yourself a jersey, you get it shipped for free. And I wish I had free shipping when I got my stuff. I think regardless of fate, that's right, Wayne, regardless, we're all here together, buddy. We're in it together. That's right, Monty. We're set to go. Back from commercial break. Here they go on the power play. Marner with a blast down in front. It's there at the side of the net, and Allmark finds it, and he's going to cover this one. Boom, just like that. Kevin, what's going on? Welcome in. Holy smokes. Oof. A quick shot off the draw. And this is something Toronto has scored a lot in this series. Right off the draw, they were able to pull the trigger and get one going. See that, Riley already 5:14 of ice time. You can see it on the far side. You see how much they're playing in this first period. Back to the line. Here's Nylander with a blast. It's there. Oh, Tavares couldn't put it in. Side of the net for Nyes. He bobbles it. Nylander at 90 miles an hour with a shot. Here's a wraparound, and that one is stopped. Back to the line. Willie going to hold this one in. Up to Nyes. Nyes downloaded Tavares. Tavares to Matthews. Matthews, he's looking, centering it for Tavares. He missed that one. Comes to Nylander. Nylander curled it away. Nylander still with it. Come on, Willie. To Marner at the point. Back to Willie. Willie in the high slot with a shot and a nice save by Allmark. Goes in the corner for Nyes. Nyes picking it up. Back to the point for Willie. Back to Nyes. Nyes to Matthews with a shot. Rebound. Tavares couldn't get a stick on it. Nylander back with it. Willie taking a look. Nylander, side of the net. Nyes walking right out. Wraparound. Tavares trying to knock it out of the air. This is going to come to the line. Marner holds it in. To Matthews. To Willie. He goes back in the slot. Turn. Shoot. He does. And here comes that attack at Nyes. And Nyes puts the guy on his ass. Way to go, Matthew Nyes. Oh, yeah. Holy smokes. The whistle was blown, but you couldn't hear it because it was so loud. Nyes shoots the puck. And here comes the Senator player charging at Nyes, and Nyes stands up to Sanderson and puts him on his butt. Holy Matthew Nyes, he's woken up. The beast has come up. It's clobbering time. What a play by Matthew Nyes. Wow. That's what we love to see. And listen, I don't like guys shooting the puck after the whistle. I don't. But sometimes you cannot hear the whistle. You cannot hear the whistle. It happens. But this was an innocent play. No need to absolutely charge. And it's Shane Pinto who comes at him. Shane Pinto comes at him with a stick up high. Nyes recognizes it and says, Pinto, I'm putting you down. And a great play there. He comes in with a slash at the hands and then a stick like he was going to cross-check him in the face. Look how high he raises that, and he does! He gets the cross-check in the face, and Matthew Nyes puts him down. Pinto, you goon. So Nyes is going to go for slashing. I hope to God Pinto's in the box. Pinto better get something here, too. They're not going to give... Oh, okay, so it's a slash against Zub. Different penalty. Holy smokes. 4-on-4 for 43 seconds. That was crazy. But again, Ottawa getting the sticks up in the faces of the Maple Leafs. Clevin going to knock this one back. Nylander back to pick it up. Nylander going to work it around. Chris, what's going on? Phantom, how's it going? Welcome in. Here comes Ekman Larson bringing it around. Setting this one up. Let's go. Over the line. Nylander dropping it back. Lawton, he's spinning around. Lawton taking a look. Back over to Lorentz. Lorentz with a shot. And Allmark going to hang on to that with 3:17 to go. 3:17 to go. JDA, what's going on? Holy smokes. No frustration. There's no frustration. No frustration by either team at this point. They're just playing their game. Pinto, he kind of said, hey, you're going to shoot at my goalie. David, thank you for the follow. You're going to shoot at my goalie? Well, I'm going to come at you. I'm going to come at you hard. And Nyes recognized it. He got his hands up and put Pinto down. But again, stick to the face. Don't like to see that. Sanderson around. Matthews, he goes down. Puck going to roll to the side of the net. Fans wanted a call with Matthews being dumped. No call coming in. But that's okay. I didn't see the trip there. I didn't see the trip there. Welcome in if you're just joining us. Thanks for coming in. What a start to this game. 3:10 to go. Senators in 4 seconds are going to end up on their power play. Holy cow. Off the draw, there it is. 4-on-4 expired. Senators now have 105 on the power play. 105. If you're just coming in and joining us, we're 9 subs away. Hit that subscribe. Over the line, quick shot. Stolarz with the rebound. Sens putting it from one side to the other for Stützle. Stützle. He's centering it around. Stützle. Back up to Batherson. Batherson has to settle this puck down. Batherson trying to put this one to the line. Marner's going to steal it away. He's going to clear this one all the way down the ice. Great job by Mitch Marner. There it is. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Keep it going. Here comes Standerson. Drops it back. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Up over the line. Sens coming in hard. Down low. Off the boards. Back to the point. Sens looking. Nice little pick there. Great job. Who was that? Lawrence with a great pick. Here come the Leafs. 3-on-2 shorthanded. Lawton steps into one. Off the blocker. Lawton going to pick up the rebound. He's going to play it to Lawrence. Going to put it cross ice. Toronto Carlowin tips it in the corner. Lawrence going right back after it. And the Leafs going to kill this one off. We are back to even strength 5-on-5 hockey. Yeah, Rick, that was awesome. Devils up 1-0. Coming up at intermission, we'll break down all the stats. We're going to look at the scores. We're going to look at it all. Here's a long shot. That one is blocked in the corner. Riley going to get a stick in the back of his man. Oh, Morgan Riley, that was a bad hit. The Ottawa Senator player is down in the corner. It's Shabbat. And Morgan Riley going to go to the box, and this could be 5. This could be 5. Morgan Riley, what are you doing? Your best friend, what's going on? Welcome in. Shabbat is in some serious discomfort. CNL, what's going on? This is just a bad play. Coach, thank you so much for hitting those likes. Riley going to go to the box. This should be 5. This could be 5 in a game. What a horrible play. Rick, I don't see any blood. I don't see any color. I don't think he's busted open. But this is just such a bonehead play by Morgan Riley. I don't know what he was thinking here. After a nice rush, after the Leafs just killed one off, Morgan Riley gets beat, and he gets the stick. It wasn't directly on the numbers. It was a little on the side, but it's still from behind. It is still from behind. So it's definitely a bad hit. This is definitely boarding. So I'm assuming they're going to give him 5, and then they'll go to the review. Mark, how's it going? So, Mark, interesting you say that. Hang on, let me hear what they're going to say, what the call is. Wow. Morgan Riley better be kissing his stars. He better be thanking the hockey gods because he's only given a 2-minute minor. A 2-minute minor. That very easily could have been 5 minutes. Noise in what's going on. So you asked me the question, am I going to be available for Game 7? I am actually going to be out of town for Game 7. However, I have already let the people that I'm going to be with know. Should this go to a Game 7, I will be in my room calling this hockey game. I will be taking the laptop with me. We will obviously have to make some adjustments, but we will be live if it goes to a Game 7. I've already informed the party I'm going to be with. I will not be available come at 7 o'clock or 7:30 or whatever time Game 7 will be. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Over the line, Batherson going to drop this one back to Sanderson. Sanderson coming across. That's what it's all about, your best. That's what it's all about. Noisen, how's it going? Welcome in. Over to Brady with a shot. Rebound, side of the net. How did Batherson not put that one in? He was right there. He was digging. Laurent's going to play this one up to Lawton. Lawton in over the line. Lawton putting it through. Lawton shorthanded. He takes a high hit and gets knocked down. No call. Fans wanted it. Here comes Stutzla in over the line. This one is dumped in. David, what's going on? Welcome in. Side of the net, Perron digging this one free. Toronto Carlo, he's going to go off the boards and gets this one out. Holy smokes. Kathy, I hope not. The refs, you suck chance, echoing the Raptors at the Scotiabank Arena. Crime Dog, what's going on? Welcome in. There it is, 7 subs away. We are 7 subs away now. This being put around behind the net. Matthews trying to chip it out. Comes to the line. That one, no, they say it was out. Again, I thought it was pretty close. But it's going to be an offside call. 14.5 seconds to go. 39 seconds to go on the power play. So a good job. The Leafs are moving this one. They're playing really, really well. But again, after what Matthew Nyes did and after what Morgan Riley did, this Senators team, they are going to be looking for blood. Unbelievable. Off the draw. Toronto going to win. Send this all the way down. Bounces behind Allmark. He had to be careful. Here comes Nyes up on Shabbat. He's digging for it in the corner. Nyes trying to work it out. Allmark comes out of his net. He's going to play it around the boards, and there goes the horn. This first period has come to an end. Holy smokes. Morgan Riley still has a couple of ticks left, about 30 seconds to go on the penalty. So the Senators will start period number 2 with the man advantage. Let's go to the intermission. Let's break this one all down. Game 5. This has been a bizarro hockey game. Absolutely a wild hockey game. Taking a look, 12 shots for Toronto, only 5 for the Senators. They're doing a nice job there, holding the Sens to only 5 shots. 13 hits for Toronto, 8 hits for the Senators. Look at the faceoffs, 14-9. So Toronto leading in shots, hits, and faceoffs. That's how you want to start a hockey game. They are 0 for 1 on the power play. Sens are 0 for 2. To be honest, there could have been a whole lot more calls on both sides coming up. Careful, though. We don't want to emulate the Oilers fans. The refs are doing their job. That is true. That is true. Travis, I agree. I agree. That should have been, in my opinion, a 5-minute boarding call. But what do we know? What do we know? Lampwick First Nations native, welcome in. Why do Canadian teams have to play the refs also? Well, in this case, it's Canada on Canada. But they're certainly making it interesting. Listen, I appreciate them letting them play it out. But where it becomes frustrating is you let all this stuff go, and then all of a sudden you call a little ticky-tack slash or a cross-check or something that you haven't been calling the whole game. That's my problem when there's no consistency. As a player, how do you know what's allowed? How do you know what you can get away with? Yes, the simple answer is, well, dummy, you shouldn't do this. It's against the rules. Play proper, of course. But if all this stuff is going on and they're not calling anything, you're going to keep playing that way. You're going to play to the game that's being called. And all of a sudden, at a critical time, they're going to call a little slash or an interference when they could have called that all game long. Bucks, what's going on, bud? Good to see you. Feel Ottawa plays Bruce. They do. They do. Absolutely, they do. Ottawa is like the new Bruins. Ottawa is like the new Boston. But you know what? Toronto, they've had their moments too. They've had their moments too. They have not been superly clean. Let's see here. If Morgan Riley gets descended, you say you're losing. If Morgan Riley wanted to get suspended, happy causing Toronto. Morgan Riley gets suspended. You'd say you're losing. If Morgan Riley wanted to get sorry, Brendan, I'm not sure I'm following exactly there. But listen, I think Morgan Riley should have got 5 in a game for that hit. In my opinion, it wasn't direct on the numbers. He did get him a little bit on the side, right? He came in a little bit on the side. In my opinion, that's still boarding. That's boarding. He hit him from the kind of the blind spot behind into the boards. I think if Shabbat did not get up, now I know he was slow to get up, and that was a little embellishment. Let's admit that. It was a little embellishment. But if Shabbat is actually hurt, it's 100% 5 in a game. I think the fact he got up and skated off and was fine is why they ruled it 2. I don't agree with that. I think Morgan Riley should be out of this hockey game. I really do. Especially with what we've been seeing going on around, and the suspensions coming out of Florida and the 5-minute majors being dished out there. I think that should qualify in my opinion. And I hate to say that. Morgan Riley at times has just made very poor decisions. 5 shots. That means CBS crew yielded 9 shots in 3 regulation. Wayne. Oh, I think his back pass heading up the ice is ridiculous. Oh, I can't stand those back passes. I can't stand it. Jared, what's going on, bud? Good luck tonight. Your Blue Jays are... Yeah. Blue Jays? Who the Blue Jays? Never heard of them. I feel in the playoffs, you have to play a little dirty. So, Elliot Friedman, it's funny. Elliot, I disagree with you. I love Elliot Friedman. Elliot Friedman's amazing. He's amazing. I think he's absolutely brilliant. And to be honest, on a panel that isn't great with Sportsnet, I like TSN's better. Elliot Friedman is spectacular. Such respect for Elliot Friedman and what he does. But I disagree. He says it's not 5 in a game. I disagree. I think that should have been 5 in a game. I think it was a dirty hit. But you're right. They're not going to throw Morgan Riley out of a game 5 in the first period. I think it was warranted, but I agree to disagree. JDA, thanks. I'm good. I'm good. He went head first into the boards. Yeah, I mean, it's a dirty hit. It's a dirty hit, 100%. Panthers and Bull. Yeah. So a lot of people are sleeping on that series. A lot of people are sleeping on it. We streamed 2 games of that series so far. They were amazing games, great battles. Not a lot of people covering those games. But it's been fun. Now, a lot of dirty hits, right? Of course, we saw Hagel get a 1-game suspension for his interference dirty hit on Barkov. We saw, obviously, Ekblad annihilate Hagel in the last game. He now got a 2-game suspension. I think that 2-game suspension is to say, hey, we don't want this escalating anymore. We don't want to see someone take a run at another player. So the refs and player safety kind of setting the tone, which I agree with. It's about time player safety did something. George Peros must be on vacation and somebody else must have made that call. But I agree with it. You gotta get it to these players to say, hey, enough's enough. Let's just win this game. That's right, Kevin. It's like, who cares? Let's just win it. Put the puck in the net. Let's move on. Prep, what's going on, Prep? Welcome. I disagree. Riley slowed up and Shabbat knew he was coming. I agree with you. He 100% knew he was coming, and he 100% did slow down. He definitely did slow down. If that was somebody like a Ridley Gregg, there was no slowing down, right? But I agree with you. He definitely slowed down. And Prep, I bet you that's one of those reasons too. The referees took that into consideration. I don't like those blindsided hits kind of by the numbers. Anything behind kind of by the numbers, we've seen too many people with serious injuries. Hate to see that. 2 minutes boarding, not a cross check. I don't think it was 5, but that's my opinion. No, listen, I love for you guys to disagree with me. NHL player safety may still review the play if Riley should receive. That's true, David. That's a good call. Doesn't have to be a major. I love it. I love that you guys are saying no, it's 2. That could have broke his neck. It could have. I mean, it's very, very seriously. The crest on his chest means automatic call from Peros. Oh, love it. Emily, how's it going? Who do you think is the best African-American or African Canadian? Ooh, Emily. That's a tough question. Anthony Duclair. I'm a huge fan of. Now, I think he had some issues. I think he had to go into the player assistance program, if I'm not mistaken. But Anthony Duclair with such speed in hands, and I know he's bounced around a little bit. He is one of my absolute favorite. He's such a good hockey player. He really is. That's the first guy that comes to mind who I like a lot. You know what? Let's see if I can bring this up. I love that there's so many comments coming in. Not necessary what's going on. Let's keep this debate going. Keep it going. Let me see if I can pull this one up. Joel coming in saying definitely 5. Let me see if we can pull this up and we can look at this. We can slow this one down. Give me a moment. Let's see if can we pull this one up here. And again, we see it, we see it in full speed. We kind of judge it, we make our opinion, and then we get like 2 replays and on they go. But let's see if we can, is this a good view? Oh, but I can't control the pace of this one. Give me one I can control. Oh, boo. Okay. We're going to use this one. I can't really control it, but let me bring this up. Stay tuned. Give me a moment to just load this here, and we'll be able to take a little peek, and we'll keep this debate going. I love having these conversations because we all see the game a little differently. We all have our opinions, and that's what makes this game so special. All right, let's bring this up. We've got to move this over here, try to ISO it. Give me a moment to just reset it. Okay, so hopefully this will work. Bring this back live. You guys can't see what I was doing. We were just setting it up, so this should pop up in just a second. Sorry, Talk. You all won't be able to see it, but if you come over to the tubes or the TWI itch, you'll be able to see it. Primus, what's going on? Welcome in. I think Riley would have got the arm, but Shabbat just happened to raise. Valid. Okay, so here we go. So I got to move this so I can see. Okay, so here Riley coming in the corner. You see the positioning. So he didn't get him directly from behind at this point. Shabbat's got the elbow up, right? He's going to fish that puck out of the corner. Riley's going for that cross check, which again, one of the things I like here is we freeze it. The stick was up going for it, but he doesn't keep the arms out. He brings them in to kind of guide him in. He's not jamming him in. So here's the shove right there, and that's the part that I don't like. So Riley, while he didn't do this, right, he goes up on him. He brings the stick in to kind of guide him into the boards, but he gets him from that kind of side behind down. So that's where Shabbat goes in, and Shabbat was kind of very, very lucky here. He kind of turns his neck, but this could have been a very, very dangerous play. So in my opinion, anytime you get a guy from behind like this with your stick, because we've seen other plays where guys don't drive, they kind of wrap around and take them standing up into the boards. Anytime you get your stick on the back and you shove them in from behind kind of like this, in my opinion, it's a major penalty. We've seen so many guys get hurt with this play. So he saw him coming. He knew he was there 100%. And as Prep said, Riley slows down. Riley takes all the precautions. But instead of wrapping him up and taking him into the boards, he drives him down. And that's where I think the big difference is. Maybe he lost his footing. And you know what? There's so many, we don't know exactly, because you see, I'm pointing, but you can't see where I'm pointing. Right here, look at the feet. He is going to stop, right? Shabbat knows Riley's coming. Shabbat knows he's going to get hit. He puts on the brakes. That's a good call. Let's look at those feet. Coming in. Nope. Feet are out. So he doesn't have a wide base. He goes to stop. He has to turn his body to pick up that puck. So he's got a very narrow base here, which is going to allow Riley to push him down with ease. So you know what? You guys have changed my mind. After looking at the various elements, I still think kind of hits from behind here should be 5 minutes, but you've changed my mind. After watching this now, what have we watched it a half a dozen times? I don't mind the penalty. I don't mind the penalty. I don't mind the 2-minute call. Prep called it out. Riley goes to slow down. He sees him coming. He guides him in. He doesn't jam him in. Shabbat knows he's going to get here, tries to brace himself, a narrow base, but there's definitely a cross check here. Call it boarding, call it a cross check. I'm okay with those 2 minutes. So there you go. You guys have changed my mind. with that review. So I agree. This is why we love to debate, right? This is why we love to debate. We love to go through these things. When we get a chance to break it down and we look at it piece by piece, I agree. Now, if I was a referee and I'm on the ice and I see that bang bang right away, because it's from behind, I'm automatically calling 5 minutes. I'm going to go to the bench and I'm going to review the bench. I'm going to go to the box and I'm going to review it and look at all these things we just talked about. So I think this was really good. An Ottawa player does that, we'd be going berserk. Absolutely, Richard. Absolutely. Jay, refs are a joke. I think the reason they only gave him 2 minutes was because the call on Greg and Nice. You know what, Scott? That's valid. You know, we never know. We never know what they could be, you know, what could be going through their minds when they make it up. Coach, what's going on? Welcome in. It does look dangerous. And Mark, it does, for sure. For sure it looks dangerous. I've seen much. Oh, Wayne, some of the college hockey hits. Oh my gosh. Like, they're savages. What about the nice hit? All right, let's see. Let's see if we can find the nice hit here real quick. And let's go through the same kind of exercise. Do you mean the one the cross check to the face on Nyes? Is that what you're referencing? I don't know if there's a good shot of that one. Let me see. Let me see if I can they get, is there a good angle of this one? Not really. The back of the numbers. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can find that one here. Is this it here? Oh, yes. Okay. So this Nyes one wasn't nearly as bad. Let's bring this one up here. Or not. So here's the Nyes one coming in. So Nyes, he's well away from the boards. You can see same thing right here. Ridley Gregg, stick right in the back on the numbers. And there's a bit of a shove. So Greg does the same thing, right? Instead of where Morgan Riley kind of brought his arms in and guided him, here's more of a shove. Nyes was much further away from the boards, much further away. So Nyes kind of goes down, and you see he had the wherewithal to turn his body. Now, it's still a bad impact on the shoulder for sure, but he didn't take that one head first into the boards. Our next somewhere, what's going on? Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Wish the Wings were in the playoffs. Yeah, that would have been interesting. But Nyes, again, much further away from the boards, takes the shove, and, you know, he had the wherewithal. So he didn't go head first in, was able to turn himself sideways and get that one protected. So Nyes did a good job. You know, he had the space to do it. If that was closer to the boards, it would have been a very, very, very different story. Let's see. So here's that's so far away. I'm trying to find this other one. Oh, here's a good shot. Here's a good shot. Let's bring this one up. So remember we talked about after the play where he took the shot to the face. So after the whistle, Matthew Nyes, he didn't hear the whistle. He shot the puck. And here comes the Ottawa Senator player right at him. Here comes Pinto. Nyes is looking at him. Nyes knows he's coming. He sees the arms come up. Look where the stick is going. Look where the stick is going. Right in his jaw. Right in his jaw. And that was a no call. And Matthew Nyes, boom, absolutely drops Pinto. I mean, it was amazing. Here's another kind of version of it. He comes over, bang, Nyes putting him down. But again, Pinto, he comes over, stick up high in the face of Matthew Nyes. Can't do that. So you can't get that stick up in the face. All right, that is some of the highlights, some of the lowlights, shall we say, from this first period. Let's get set. Period number 2 coming right up. All right, there we go. Pinto ran up on him. Nyes fed him lunch. He came up fast too. He came up real fast on him. He had to be careful to protect himself. Joshua, how's it going? Big Poppy, what's going on? No, I don't think it's going to happen, Big Poppy. I don't think it's going to happen. But welcome in, everybody. Let's go. If you're just coming in, welcome to the stream. We're going to have some fun. Period number 2. Hope it's going to be much of the same. This is a hard-fought game. Smash that thumbs up button. Smash that subscribe. We are 7 subs away from 250. Let's go. All right. Gotta love playoff hockey. Yeah, Justin, absolutely. It could have been. I agree. Sticks to the face. Shit. Yeah, I don't like sticks to the face at all. At all. All right, here we go. Period number 2. Let's drop the puck. Let's keep it going. Morgan Riley in the box for 25 seconds to start this period. There it is, hitting that sub. Thank you so much. LP, what's going on? Welcome in. Off the draw, Leafs going to win this one back.
We start the second period. Some time left on the power play for Ottawa. Morgan Riley in the
Here
box,
come the
15
Sens.
seconds more.
13 seconds ago, Sens in the zone. Sanderson has his pocket picked. Leafs going to rip it around the boards, and they're going to carry it. Here comes Marner. Marner going to bring it out. He's going to now circle back, recognizing only 2 seconds left on the power play, and it's a break for Tavares. He couldn't pick up that pass. J-Man, yeah. Leafs are shooting the puck. Coming around. Power play has expired. So they've taken a couple away from the Senators. Only 3 shots for the Senators, and this one going to roll right up on Stellars. They were up at 5. Oh, no, they added a couple back now, so they've... Oh, no, they added 1. So they were up at 5. They brought it down to 3, and now just 1 more here in this second period. 5 subs away now. 5 subs away. Let's go. 400 people in here. I'm sure there's probably 60, 70, 80 of you that haven't subbed up yet. Off the draw. Benoit in the corner. Going to play this one up to Nylander. Nylander looking in the middle. He doesn't make the pass. He's going to go off the boards to Holmberg. Holmberg, he has it knocked off by Jansen. Back to Ekman Larsson. Bringing it around. This one is dumped in. Allmark coming out to stop it behind the net. And here they come. Long pass. Senators to the neutral zone. To the red line. In over the Leaf line. Leafs going to chip this one in. Real Bazin hitting that subscribe. Thank you, Real. Appreciate it. As here they come. Matthews shooting. Oh, he put it wide. Should have gone over. Nyzy was right there. Morgan redeems himself with a point. Yeah, hopefully he redeems himself with a nice goal. This coming in. Nylander going to shovel this one out. Sanderson putting it back across. Here they come. Sends right back in. Matthews up on his man. Down in front, and the Senator player is Brady Tkachuk turning around to try and get a shot. He falls and goes down. Vic, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun last night. Here comes Matthews with it. Austin Matthews on the way. Adam, thank you for hitting that follow. Welcome in. Dancing Queen. Oh, dancing between Coach going back and forth. Coach, it's so good to see you. I hope you guys are doing well. This cycling around behind the net. Leafs getting the feet going. Here comes Lawton. Lawton picking up speed. He tries to split Perron and Batherson. Can't do it. They take it away. McCabe trying to play this one up. Leafs get it to the Sens line. Sens bringing it right back to the Leaf line. Little pinch up misses. 2-on-1. Ottawa. Great defensive play by Tanev. Holy, Chris Tanev going down flat, reaching out with his stick to knock it away. Over to Lawton in front for a tip. That one is bouncing around. He-Man's dad, what's going on? Welcome in. Leafs coming close. Sens getting good chances. Holy smokes. I know, Randy, they're getting bad. They're getting bad. Ninja, what's going on? Here's a shot in the corner. Leafs trying to center it. That one is picked up by Ottawa. Sens going to work this one across and down the ice. Ekman Larsson's got to backtrack. He's going to work it to Domi. Domi sliding it in. Lawton, or McMahon, excuse me, racing up after it. Fumbling with it in the corner. Can't pull away with it. He's still battling in here. Montepallo and Cousins up on it. Going to come to the side of the net. Pacioretty. He's going to leave it here for Carlo. Carlo playing it around. McMahon can't stop it. This line is definitely missing something. Around behind Domi. McMahon coming in. Nylander off the bench. He had a chance and he bobbled it. And the Sens going to play this one out. Everybody going to change it up. Everybody switching it up, getting it going. The green... That's funny. Here they come again. The Leafs breaking in with a high shot. That's going high and wide. Going to come all the way down. Ottawa picking it up. Here comes Ridley Gregg. He's being forced to the outside. Tanev trying to take the puck away. Gregg to the point. Here's a long shot, but that's going to hook. way right and go at a play into the net. Apparently, Shabbat thought this was a dog leg right and teed off with his 3-wood and put that high in the net. Leafs are playing really well. Both teams are playing really well. Both teams playing great, great hockey. They are really, really moving, and it's awesome to see. Really good. Really good to see. Thank you, Ninja. Appreciate the kind words. 4 subs away now. Off the draw, back to the line. Sens putting it through. They score! So the Sens strike first. The Senators rip one from the blue line, and that's a seeing eye shot as Shabbat puts this one in. Oh, my. Off the draw. Graham, what's going on? Oh, bye-bye, Graham. Bye-bye, Graham. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. A long shot coming in, and this one, Stolarz, I don't think he saw it. McCabe was going down on one knee. Dan, what's going on? James, welcome in. So the Ottawa Senators, on a shot from the point, finds their way in. Unbelievable. This one was just a nice shot. Stolarz goes where he thinks he's going to see it. This one comes through, and it's just a great shot. A great blind shot. This is going to be offside. So Shabbat tees it up from the point. Stolarz, he's looking between the legs, and often when you're screened, you're taking a gamble. You're taking a gamble which side the shot is coming from. And unfortunately, he just kind of guessed wrong here. But a good job. Senators with 5 shots on net, find one in. Off the draw, Sens going to win this one back. Senators can't bring it back into the Leaf zone. Tavares and Brady battling at the red line. This building just went silent. Just went silent. Back to the line. Here's another shot chance, and that's going to be knocked down. Leafs going to play it to Nylander. Nylander, 2 hands on the stick, bud. You need 2 hands on the stick. Pass was behind him. He was trying to pull it forward. Couldn't do it. Senators putting it down the ice. Benoit putting this one around. Ottawa back to get it. Back up to Benoit. Den's going to chip this one forward. And here comes Holmberg. Holmberg through the middle, putting it over to Ekman Larson. He's going to dump this one in. Exactly, Mark. Quality shots. This coming to the line. Leafs holding it in just barely. All they're going to say came out. Oh, that was close. But Riley not able to hold it in. They're going to blow that down on the offside. That is wild. That is wild. Yeah, Matthews got to wake up. We got to get these guys going. Trenton, what's going on? Welcome in. They got to get these things going. Keep the feet moving. Just keep the feet moving. Keep the shots coming. It'll come. It'll happen. Don't want Leafs to win the series through 6 games, just not 5. This around behind the net. Senators going to work this up. Long pass up the middle. This one is going to be tipped in. Stolarz again has to come way out to play it. Bouncing it off the boards. Leafs tipping it ahead. Now it comes free to Pacioretty. He can't come up with it. Senators going to turn, bringing it right back in. In over the line. Behind the net. Riley going to grab it. Riley putting this one off the boards. McMahon can't get it out. This back to Domi. Domi. He's going to take a hit. Keeps on going, though. Domi, do something. He's going to play it up to McMahon. McMahon going to go off the boards. Pacioretty can't come up with it. I'm telling you, big mistake to have Pacioretty in again here tonight. Behind the net, Senators, they're going to work this one. They're going to move it across to the line. Domi corrals it, holds it in. Shot's going to go just wide. Behind the net, Yarncroc. He's trying to feed it across. McMahon was all tied up. Tanev back with it. He's going to go across McCabe. He's looking. McCabe to Lawton. Cycling it down to Yarncroc. He can't control that pass. Going in the corner against Shabbat. We got a penalty coming up here. A high stick. They're pointing to Shabbat. Shabbat? No, Yarncroc. What? So Shabbat was being pointed at. Then they're saying no, they're going to take Yarncroc. No, it is going to be Shabbat. What? Everybody's pointing at everybody. What is going on here? With 14 minutes to go in the second period. Okay, so it is going to be Shabbat. Shabbat going for the high stick. Shabbat is fighting off Yarncroc coming in the corner, but he gets the stick up in the chin of Yarncroc. So that's why Yarncroc was looking. The ref came over and pointed at Shabbat, and then the linesman kind of pointed at Yarncroc. There was all kinds of confusion, but it's sorted out now. The Leafs will go to the power play here. Let's see what they can do. They had some good chances on the first power play. Off the draw, the stumped in the corner. Matthews here to pick it up. Matthews feeding it back to the line. Marner in the slot for Tavares. He waited too long. That shot is blocked. Picked up here by Nylander. Nylander feeding it down low. Nyes to Nylander to Marner. Marner, he's looking. Marner now going up way too close. Now he's going behind the net. Marner going around the other side. Everyone has to rotate. Nylander at the point to Marner. No shot still to Nylander. Nylander now, he bobbles it. Sens pinching up on him. Tavares takes it away. Sens going to fight this one out. Good play by Pinto. Horrific power play here from the Maple Leafs. Leafs going to work it up. Nylander putting it across for Tavares. He gets knocked down in the slot, and the Senators going to clear this one all the way down the ice. And Stallars is going to touch it. Was this blown down because of a high stick? Rob, what's going on? Welcome in. Tavares tried to turn to get himself in a good shooting position. He did get a good shot off, but he couldn't get much on it. But way too much passing between Marner and Nylander. Way too much passing. Pass, shoot. Pass, shoot. You don't have to pass. So I'm not sure why this was blown down, but it's going to come back to the Ottawa side. No, it's the Toronto side of the ice. I don't know why this was blown down. So Domi going to pick this one up behind. The B unit coming on here. Here comes Ekman Larson. He's going to carry this ahead. 1 minute to go. Ekman Larson looking behind him. He's going to play this one back. Leafs bringing it up. Tanya, how's it going? Welcome in. It is quite the game. This again, the Senators going to get it up and down the ice. Ekman Larson back to pick it up. He's got to turn and go. Let's get these Leafs going. Let's get them flying. Oh my gosh, this drop back pass is atrocious. Domi going to work this one up. Here's at the side, McMahon. He's going to put it around the net. Pacioretty can't get it. Comes to Riley. Riley putting this one over. Sens are getting real aggressive. Domi chipping it in the slot. Back to Riley. Across. Sanderson steals. And this is going to be carried out. Oh my goodness. What are they doing? Great interception by Sanderson. That was a pick six all day. He picked that one off. He could have run with it, but instead he sends it down the ice. Ken, what's going on? Welcome in. They got to start getting some shots. That's going to do it. Power play has expired. Leafs bring it in. They only had one shot. That was Tavares, and it wasn't a good one. Back around the side to the point. Back up to Lawton. Lawton fighting it. McCabe, he's going to throw it towards the net. That goes wide, hits the boards, and Ullmark is going to put his stick on it and hang on to it. Unbelievable. James, what's going on? They can't. Leafs are outplaying them. Leafs, they're going to commercial break. Leafs have been outplaying the Sens. Shots in this period are equal, 2-2. Overall shots, 14-5. Leafs are up to 64.5 in the faceoff circle. Leafs are out hitting them 15-10. The Maple Leafs have been playing a better hockey game tonight, but the way they're working these special teams, I don't know what was so different from the first two games to this. They're passing. They're not shooting, which is very, very problematic. Very problematic. We don't like to see that at all. You got to work it. Just pass, shoot, right? Right? How hard is it? My goodness. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. Welcome in. That puts us 3 subs away from getting to 250. Leafs will find a way. They will find a way through for sure. How much time left in the period? 11:45. So lots of time. Pacioretty and Domi kicked out from Montreal because the organization knew they were both weaklings. So Ninja, I disagree on the Domi front. I think Domi has been fantastic. We saw when Matthews was down in the dumps, who was the guy to get Matthews going again? It was Domi. While he's not scoring the way I figured he would, I had him pegged for like a 20-goal season. Domi certainly has been inspirational at times. He's had some big goals. He skates hard. He moves the puck well. So I like Domi. Pacioretty has been a bust. We said it in game 1. He did not look good. I said, hey, we'll give him a break. We'll give him game 2. Game 2 did not look good. It did not look good. I said they should not put him back in this hockey game. They did just that, and it's been a mess. Typical, what's up? Welcome in. We got a lot of time for them to tie it up, and then once they tied up. Yeah, listen, we saw in the Panther Lightning game yesterday, Tampa Bay scored 2 goals on 11 shots to tie and take the lead. And then later, Florida scored 2 goals on 11 shots to tie and take the lead. It was crazy. Triton, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. This is going to be a goaltender-decided game. The better goaltender tonight is going to win it for their team. That's why we've featured both goaltenders on our thumbnail tonight. Got to pay some respects. Here's Nylander putting it across. Tavares can't bat that one out of the air. Here comes Pinto back the other way. He's going to bring this over the line. It's going to be knocked off his stick. He follows it up, gets it back up to Greg. Greg stepping in, going wide. Here's a shot. Stolar's tricky save, puts that one off the blocker. 11 seconds, not shots. Yeah, did I say 11 shots? 11 seconds. 2 goals in 11 seconds. It was crazy. Crazy last night. Patch is there for his playoff experience, but his playoff experience has been hurting the third line, in my opinion. Sanderson back to the line. Here's a shot. Patch has just been too slow. When Robert, and listen, not that Robertson is an all-star, and this is going to come out and all the way down the ice. When Robertson was here, the third line had jumped. They had hustle. I'm not seeing that hustle. Back over to Ekman Larson. He's going to carry it around behind the net, head up. He's looking to make the pass. It comes behind Marner. Marner going to back up, putting it off the boards to Stützle. Stützle going right back into the Leaf zone. Nyes is going to play it all the way back. Marner setting it up behind the net. 10.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Long pass for Nyes is missed, and this is going to be an icing call against Toronto. It's coming all the way back. Leafs can't score. No, they're struggling. They're struggling right now to score. Listen, Allmark has been good. Allmark has not been great. And what we've seen from Allmark is once you kind of get 1 or 2 through, you can really open him up and get lots. But right now, they're not testing him. They're not making him move around too much. Right? They're shooting at him, not around him. You got to force the goalie to move. 10:29 to go. Carlo on the ice for 1:16 right now. Yeah, Wayne. He does take some bad penalties. Here's a long shot. That one's going to get blocked and knocked down. Senators in the Leaf zone. Cycling. Putting it low in the corner. Perron can't get it. Dropping it off. Sends back to the point. Shabbat looking to shoot. He's going to pass it up instead. Here's a backhand. That one's going to hit a player in front. Matthews can't clear. In the corner. Banging and crashing. Matthews going to dig this one out. Try to get it to Marner. It was behind him. Marner tried to kick it up with his skate. Couldn't do it. Rebecca, how's it going? Welcome in. Wayne, all right. Enjoy. Hope it's a good one. Long pass. Senators tipping this one in. Behind Ekman Larson. He's going in the corner. Leaves it here. Ekman Larson, a little bit of a brain fart. Forgot the puck. Good thing Benoit was there. Leafs going to play this over to the other side. Domi coming in. Sanderson there to keep it in. Sanderson going down low behind the net. Working it out to the side. Cousins, he bobbles it. Marner can't get it. Zub going to keep this one in. Benoit up on his man in the corner. Back to Zub. Over to Sanderson. Big battle in front of the net. Sanderson looking. Offensive possession time is quite equal. Leafs actually have an advantage there. This tipped aside to Marner. He goes between his legs to Domi. Domi going to flip it up. That should be an interference call as Pontus Holmberg was knocked flying. The puck was nowhere near him. No call. Ref, get out of the camera. Ekman Larson going to work this one up all the way down the ice. And again, Ottawa, Cleveland back in his own zone. He's going to hold up. He's going to work this one up to Stützle. Stützle. Ottawa Senators had 3 guys sitting on the Leaf blue line while the puck was in the Senator zone. Tkachuk going for the wraparound and an ice save there by Stolarz and going to hang on to it. The puck goes into the Ottawa zone. The Senators had possession. All three forwards were sitting up top at the Maple Leaf blue line, waiting for that long pass to come up. That is something the Leafs are going to have to defend. The Senators are doing it more and more. Their breakout play is not your standard. Bring it back behind the net. Set up guys between the top of the circle and the blue line. Instead, they're setting them up all the way at the Leaf blue line, and they're banking it off the boards, or they're going for long passes. And when those guys pick it up, it's an instant 3-on-2. The Leafs need to start defending that play better or intercepting it and keeping it going. Because if they can intercept one of those passes, all of a sudden the Leafs have the jump. There's only 2 defenders back. I don't know, Rio. We'll see. Leafs are playing good. It's not like they're playing bad. You know, and Ottawa they have a goal. It's 1-0 Senators. Yes, a nice goal. You know, a nice screen, battle in front, bodies in front, causes a screen. Shabbat takes the shot. It's what you have to do. Yeah, Travis, listen, they haven't been good, but they've been letting things go on both sides. We can't blame it solely on the refs. If you look at the couple of power plays the Leafs have had, they have been ugly. The Leafs have completely misused their power play opportunities. Completely misused. So they got to sort that out, right? It is very unfortunate when you get a 2-man advantage. And this is what happened in overtime, right? We talked about this a couple of days ago. The Leafs had a 4-minute power play in overtime where they walked away with, 2 shots? Because all they did is pass it around and skate it around the perimeter like they were practicing for Stars on Ice. And I said it during the time, if the Senators kill that off, they're going to have all the momentum. They're going to go in and score. And that's exactly what happened. You got to quick passes to open up the goaltender, make him move laterally, right to left, left to right, quick passes and shooting. Hey, Erica, what's going on? Welcome in. Needs Stolarz to be calm, and he's calm. Stolarz is playing good. Jeremy, what's going on? Welcome in. Leafs just got to open up the goaltender more. Back to basics. Back to basics. Marcus, what's up? Welcome in. Austin, how's it going? Here's a long shot from the point. That's going to go behind the net. Stolarz looking behind for it. Going to be played across to the line. Down behind for Stützle. Exactly, Justin. Exactly. And shot points. Guys in front of the net, point shots. Putting this one across Senators. Another shot from the point. See, they're listening. Rick, what's going on? I thought I saw Marner do a triple axel in the corner. Marner is wearing his Kurt Browning outfit tonight. This working it through in the middle. Tanev going to bring it up over the red line and dump it in. They just got to shoot. Need shots. Yarncroc going in there. He's fishing for it. Only 2 shots from the Leafs in this period. We have 8 minutes left to go in period number 2. Leafs only have 2 shots. Still digging it out of the corner. Laurent's going to pull up the puck. Laurent's back to the line. Here's a shot right on and an easy save. Why? No traffic, and the shot was right on it. So good stop by Allmark. He's going to freeze it. Leafs going to get a face-off coming up. I would bring in the second line here. They're not. They're going to bring in their top line. I would bring in the second line. I like Tavares taking these offensive zone draws. He's been very good in the face-off circle. Leafs, who were at 65% in the face-off circle, are now down to 55%. Trying to set it up. LP's reminding me to hydrate. Got to hydrate. Matthews off the draw, putting it forward. Marner feeding it out. This one's taken away. Here come the Senators. Back to Matthews, cross ice. Riley going to bring this one in for Nyes. Nyes trying to feed it to Marner. That one's blocked. Marner a little bit of a bump, but again, the Senators going to move this puck out. In the corner, Pinto going up on Carlo. Carlo to Matthews. Matthews tried to hit Marner too far out of his reach, just able to knock it out. Zub got pat on the shoulder from the ref. Don't worry, we got your back. This coming around, Cousins. Can't get it, Matthews. Up to Holmberg. Holmberg driving in, trying to turn the corner. Sanderson doing a good job on him. I'm getting impressed with Sanderson every game. He's getting better and better. Crash the net. There you go. In the corner, Nylander trying to fight off Batherson. Batherson walking out in front. Finally, it's taken away. Pass to Nylander, misfires. Urises, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Down around behind. Holmberg, he can't get it. Has it taken away. Gets it up to Tavares. Tavares create some space, going to walk into the corner, passed it for the defender, but both Ekman Larson and Benoit went separate ways. It's like they were allergic to the puck. Now it's going to come back to Tavares. Tavares, he's running it up. Typical hockey fan. Thanks for the follow. Tavares in the corner. He's going to work this one out. Trying to throw it in front. That one's taken away. Nylander finds himself on the ice. This one is going to get flipped up. Oh, awesome, Typical. We're still there. We are still there, but thanks for giving us a follow over here. Over to Tanev. Long pass up. Toronto going to slide it into the corner. Pacioretty going to get hit in the boards. He's kind of making his way through. But again, no pressure from Pacioretty. Domi loses his stick. McMahon trying to work it around as McCabe was coming up to throw a big hit. Didn't get all of them. Tanev going to leave this behind. Now it comes up to Domi. Domi pass in the middle for Pacioretty. Has it knocked off his stick. McMahon coming in. Domi going to take it away from Pacioretty. Domi spinning around. Flipping it back to the line. Here's a long puck trying to tip it in. McMahon got a piece but couldn't redirect it towards the net. Pacioretty, he's up on it, reverses it to the point. Here it comes to Riley, to Carlo. Carlo to Riley. Somebody shoot the puck. Domi going to throw it towards the net. That one goes wide. Going in the corner, McMahon with a big hit there. Great shot against Clavin, although the puck was there. He should have went and picked up the puck instead. Pinto going to carry this one up, dumping it down into the Leaf zone. And it's actually going to hit the net. And we're going to get a whistle, and this is going to come outside. 5:12 to go here in period number 2. The Ottawa Senators have a 1-goal lead. Teresa, what's going on? Welcome in. 3 shots for the Maple Leafs in this period. 5 shots for the Sens in this period. But one of those 5 were a goal. And they're going to another commercial break. Oh, boy. Ty, what's going on? Let's go, Leafs. Let's get it going. We got to fire this one up. Elvino, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. We are 2 subs away from 250. If you enjoy our style of coverage and you want to join us every night throughout these playoffs, well, almost every night, make sure to hit that subscribe. Make sure your notifications are on, because even on the games we're not thinking about doing, sometimes we just pop up, and we want you to join us. Gator, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. Good to see you. Holy smokes. This is just wild. This is just wild. Liam, it's 1-0 Ottawa right now. 1-0 Senators. It was a nice goal. Thomas Chabot with a shot from the point, and it just found its way through. Stellaris with a big screen in front, couldn't pick up the puck, and that happens. Leafs back to basics. That's right, Scott. Right back down to basics. It's not that they're trying too hard. They're overpassing. And that's something we need to see change around. We need to see that one change around. LP, I have some in my box. I haven't pulled them out yet. I still have that stack from last night here. So I don't know if we're going to open any hockey cards tonight. We'll probably open some more tomorrow. If you didn't see our short that we put up earlier, last night we opened a couple packs of Series 2, and we hit the Macklin Celebrini young gun, who I kept calling him Malkin all night. But a huge hit for the Celebrini young gun. That was awesome. I lost my mind. Was not expecting that one. That was a good pull. But we'll have more hockey cards coming up tomorrow night. I just got to clean off my desk and get those packs out. Krista, what's going on? Welcome in. Trying to set up a highlight reel goal instead of just shooting. Yes, exactly. Too much passing. Quick shot right on Allmark. That's going to be a stoppage. 5:05 to go. Holy smokes. Twizzler pack fell out of the grocery bag in the trunk. Too lazy to get. Rick, need those Twizzlers. Man, I haven't had Twizzlers in forever. Rick, do you do the full, like, actual Twizzlers, or do you do the nubs? The nubs. The nibs. The nibs. The nib nubs. The nibs. The nubs. I'm a nub. The nibs. Off the draw, Ekman Larson back with it, putting this one across. Here's a long shot again in front, and it was deflected up and out of play. Roll up the rim to win. Is the roll up the rim to win legit? What are they doing it again? Didn't they just do roll up the rim recently? You guys know what I mean. You do both. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the nibs. I prefer the full out licorice, but I haven't had that in forever. Justin, it happens sometimes. Everybody loses eventually. Off the draw, Sens gonna win this one. Zub with it. Zub playing it through the middle. Toronto gonna pick it up. Riley trying to flip it in. That's knocked down out of the air. Black licorice. Rick with the black licorice. Right, Dan? I'm not a fan of the black licorice. Black licorice and black jelly beans. No, thank you. In over the line. Riley coming through with a shot. Knocked down Marner. Oh! Marner with a great chance. Ullmark standing tall. Riley trying to hold it in. Puts this one down low. Ullmark throws down Morgan Riley. Where's the penalty on that one? No call as Ullmark steps into Mitch Marner and drops him. No interference call. This going around in the corner. Everything is fair game right now. Gonna dig this one out. Here's Tavares. Back to the point to Tanev. Tanev to Marner. Marner shoots. That one hits a leg in his block. Swiping at it. Marner to Tavares. Tavares back up top to Tanev. Putting this one across. Marner making his way into the middle. Now he's going to go to the bench. Nylander in the corner. He's driving. He gets pressed up by Sanderson. Tavares is digging. Greg takes it away. This is going to be flipped up and down the ice. Toronto with a great flurry of activity there. Almost had it. Long pass to Nylander. 3:38 to go. Toronto in the zone. Long pass into the corner for Holmberg. He's trying to pick it up. Shabbat, though, able to clear it ahead. Ekman Larson back over to the far side. Toronto, Benoit dumping it in. Holmberg racing in for it. He's going in against Shabbat. Up to Stützle. Stützle, long pass. Giroux, Stützle, working it over to the far side into the Leaf zone. They're just going to dump it here. Ekman Larson coming behind the net, trying to dig this one away from Brady. It's going to get tipped back to Stützle. Off the boards to the point. Over to Shabbat. Shabbat throwing towards the net again. It's knocked down by Brady. Benoit, though, fighting with him. He climbs the ladder to knock it down. Domi loses it, comes to the side of the net. And Stolar's going to hang on to it. There's some pushing and shoving in front as the cameraman cuts away. Thank you, cameraman. Stützle and Ekman Larson were exchanging some gloved punches. Can we please get him off the second line? I put Bobby McMahon back up there. Put Bobby McMahon back up on the second line. I've said it, this is the third game I've said it now in a row. They got to get these back organized. Marner really upset as he gets put on his backside from Ullmark. Good job from Ullmark. He knows nothing's getting called right now. Eminem, how's it going? Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Caleb Maple Leafs fan, thank you so much. This being put around the boards. Another shot getting knocked down. Toronto can't clear. Here's the Senators with a shot. Stolar's making the save. Leafs going to play it to the line. Not out again. Shabbat keeping it in. Bottom of the faceoff circle. Toe drag. A shot going high. Rebound. Oh, what a save. Stolar's Superman diving across with the stick. Knocks that one out. Domi going to chip this one ahead. Holy smokes. Mr. Demons, welcome in. Great stop there. Side of the net. Coming in front, it hops over lot and stick. Pacioretty can't do it. Pacioretty is useless right now. Zetterlund going to chip this one in on Stolarz. Stolarz going to play it long, pass up to Lorenz. Lorenz coming in. Lorenz 2-on-0, cutting to the middle. Oh, come on. Shoot the flipping puck. Lorenz coming in, tried to be a superhero. And here come the Senators the other way. They put it wide. This coming back the other way. Lorenz had a 2-on-0, decided to carry, made a nice dangle, but just tried to take it too close. Shoot the puck. Shoot the puck. My goodness. I mean, this save was absolutely incredible. He dives across, gets the paddle down, and you know what? Showing the replay, I think Zetterlund actually hit the side of the net. He did. He hits the side of the net. Stolarz was right there. But Stolarz heads up. Long pass to Lorenz. Lorenz is coming in. He makes a deke. He tries to go back the other way, and by the time he does, Montepallo trips him up, and Perron lifts the stick. He should have tried to just slide it through the 5-hole instead of wrapping it all around. I know when it's in full speed, you get excited and you try to make that superhero play. Nyes coming in, he tries to split the D, comes right up, and the puck rolls in on Allmark, and he's going to hang on to it. Hajmi, welcome in. Let's rock, welcome in. Is almost never a bad idea. Tristan, what's going on? Welcome in. Holy smokes, welcome in, everybody. If I missed you, I'll catch you next time. Just say hello again, and I will catch you. Oh, my goodness. They are driving right now. They are driving. Got to keep pressing. Got to keep pressing. Off the draw, this one back in the corner. Flipping it to the line, and it's going to come out. There it is, 250. Great job, everybody. Icing call with 1:27 to go. This is coming all the way back. Next subscriber goal, we want to get to 275. 275, keep it alive. 127. Having a little convo here, trying to get it organized. 5 shots for Toronto in this period. 8 for the Senators now. Pinto going to win this draw. Nylander tries to get through, can't do it. This being thrown back around. Marner in front, Matthews. He can't get it, side of the net. Nylander trying to bring it back, and that's going to be pounced on. And William Nylander on here with Matthews and Marner trying to load it up. Matthew Nyes going to shuffle around. Coach trying to get something going. Bench, absolutely bench Pacioretty. The same way the Montreal Canadiens benched Patrick Laine, and all of a sudden they found and had an amazing game. We got to do the same with Patches. Time to sit him down. Or put him on the 4th line and bring up Lorenz to that 3rd line. Got to make a change. Off the draw again, another win by the Senators. Sanderson going to play this one up. Leafs pinching up. Riley keeping it in. Marner plays it around behind the net. Nobody there but Zub. Zub takes a bump from Matthews. This kept in by Nylander. Nice job playing it across. Marner can't settle it down. Marner holding it in, last minute of play. Nylander behind the net. Nylander bringing it in front. A little pass out to Marner. That's going to be easily knocked away. 50 seconds to go in this period. Daryl, what's going on? Matthews going to race back. Matthews going to try and pick it up. Matthews going to curl. He's going to work this one through. Here he comes up over the line. Trying to get this one through. Here's a long shot. That one's going to get blocked. Picking it up, coming across Marner out in front. This one is going to be deflected up and out of play. Oh my goodness. They have to settle things down. They have to settle things down. This is just crazy. Just crazy. Dallas, can we skip today and do the next one? This is just crazy. 29 seconds to go. Leafs had some opportunities, had some chances, but holy smokes. 29 seconds to go. Here they come off the draw. Tavares going to win this one back. Tavares can actually win faceoffs. Down low for JT. JT curling in front. That one gets blocked. At the side, here's Nyes. Nyes feeding it back to the line. Riley turning. Here's a long shot. That one's going wide. Tanev throwing it towards the net. Tavares with a tip. Tavares, Domi, and Nyes here on the second line, and they had a good scoring opportunity. Sten's going to dump this one in. Stolarz is out to stop it. This period is going to come to an end, and it's going to be 1-0. Hey, Hockey Edits, 1-0 at the end of 2 periods of play. Let's go and break this all down. We got some things to review and take a look at, so don't go anywhere. All right, there we go. We're going to fire this up. We're going to take a look. 17 shots from Toronto, only 5 in that second period. 12 shots for the Ottawa Senators. They had 8, though, in that period. Unbelievable. 29 shots combined through 2 periods of play. 24 hits for the Maple Leafs, 19 for the Senators. 24 face-off wins to 20. Leafs hold there. Both teams 0 for 2, not able to score a power play goal. 5 giveaways for Leafs, 4 giveaways for the Senators. Great giveaway numbers. I don't agree with them. There's a lot more giveaways than that, but at least on paper, that looks pretty good. Taking a look, 3-1 takeaways, 14 block shots for Toronto, 9 for the Senators. Hopefully, Berube will put players on the current Leaf roster figure speaking through the ringer. They got to figure something out. Marty, how's it going? It will be overtime. Leafs will tie it in the third period. Go Leafs, go. Mary, I hope you're right. Welcome in, Mary. Good to see you. All right, couple of things we want to break down and look at. First, it was Thomas Chabot. His goal, Brady Tkachuk, he picks up an assist here. The only penalty in that period was Chabot for high sticking. So, again, 2 penalties for the Senators, 2 penalties for the Maple Leafs. Even Steven in that department. Refs letting a whole lot of things go. And that's the way hockey is at times. You just got to bear with it. Not good plays. Toronto overpassing a little bit. And we want to start off. We're going to start off and work our way backwards here through some of these highlights. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Welcome in, Manuel. Welcome in to the party. Welcome to the community. All right, let me bring this up. So again, give me a moment because I can only do these once we get to intermission so we can set it up properly as I move the wrong box around. Okay, this should be able to be enough. Let's bring this live. I want to start this here with the chance Lorentz had. Lorentz with a glorious opportunity. The goaltender had a beautiful setup, I have to go with the flow of this game. Yeah, Mary, absolutely. You know, Stolarz, a long pass. Look how far, all the way to the blue line. Picked up here by Lorentz. Lorentz coming in, you know, head up. He makes a nice play right here. A little fake. Pulls it to go aside. And right here, he should have shot. Right here, he should have shot. When he pulls it around first, here he should have come in because he's got an opening up here. Can I drag this higher a little bit? Part of the top of the screen is cut off. Let me see if I can open this up a bit. There we go. So up here, you know, he's got a potential laneway. He's got the 5-hole open here and, of course, on the short side. But what does he do? He decides to make a move, reverse polarity, come back the other way. And again, what he should have done is right here, he's opened him up. He's exposed the 5-hole. He's opened him up, right? Right here is where he should have slid that puck through. Instead, he pulls it behind him and tries to go around by that outstretched leg. And look how close he is. The stick is there. The stick is there. All he has to do is put that one in, and he's got a long reach. But here comes Perron with that stick lift. That stick lift, and that's clean. Not on the hands. That's not a penalty. That's a clean stick lift, which absolutely saved a goal. So great play there by Perron to make that stop. Loved it. If only you could play from the safety and concern of your gaming chair. Prep, absolutely. The safety of my gaming chair. I'm not even safe in my gaming chair. I'm so bad at video game hockey, it's not even funny. The boys are so much better than I am, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, where was the next play we wanted to bring up? No, we don't need to do that one. I got to find the clip of it. The Stolarz save is what I wanted to pull up. I just got to find it. No, let's see. Nope. Is this it? Nope. They're not going to post it up? No, okay. So we don't have the Stolarz save. Let me refresh. Maybe it's come up now. But that Stolarz save, you know, could have been an amazing stop. Came down to the side of the net. Let's see. Nope. They don't have it. All right. So the other highlight, this was a funny moment. We talk about, you know, we saw what, of course, Stolarz did in the game against Ridley Gregg. Well, Ullmark wanted to get in the action. He wanted to show it up. And this was a play. Mitch Marner, he comes across and let's open this up a little bit here. Let's open this up here. And right here, boom, Ullmark steps in front of Marner, putting Marner down. So that's pretty funny. And again, that could have very easily been interference. Very easily could have been interference. But you know what? Between all of us, Marner went down really easy. Marner went down really easy on that play, which is probably what led to no call at all. Score is 1-0 Ottawa. 1-0 Ottawa. It has been a crazy hockey game. Leafs have dominated this hockey game. They really have. But the Senators got the point that matters, the one on the board. All right, let's take a look here at what's going on in terms of some of these time on ice. No faith in this chat or what? Let's see those emojis. Go Leafs go. Prep coming in with the super chat, trying to fire it up. Fire it up. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's have a chat battle. Let's have a chat battle right now, and then we'll get into these stats. Banking what's going on. If you're a Leaf fan, if you want the Leafs to win this game, let's see the Go Leafs go. If you're a channel member, drop those logos in. If you're a Senators fan, or maybe you're not, but you just want to see the Sens win, let's see Go Sens go. Or channel member, drop those logos. Let's have a chat battle right now. Whose fans are taking over this chat? Leaf fans, Sens fans, who's taking it over? Let's see it. Here they come. The Go Leafs goes are coming in. Leafs are both us. Jerry, that's funny. Jerry, thank you for putting that in the brackets. Oh, we got the Sens fans, the Leaf fans, back and forth. What if you're a Panther fan? Then LP, you got to wait till the next one. NHL Playoff coming in. Welcome in. Love that old school NHL logo. Go Sens go. Oliver coming in with the go. Oh, Sens fans are starting to take over. Leaf fans are picking it up. It's a battle here in the chat. Go Buds go. Go Leafs go. Go Sens go. This isn't fair. Love it. Love it. There you go, Leaf fans. Now we got to get that going during the third period. That's how you do it. So we're going to do this again. We're going to do this again here in the third period. We're going to have another battle to fire up our teams. Greatest player in the world, Connor McDavid. I agree. He is one of the best, and he is on his own level. All right, well, the battle is going on. This is rigged. Oh, my goodness. Rick Tocchet isn't returning. He's not, Darcy. Wow. They got to rebuild. They got to do something. All right, Marner leading all forwards, time on ice, 14 minutes, 14-11. He's got 2 shots, a block, 4 hits from Mitch Marner tonight. 4 hits from Mitch Marner. Have we ever seen Marner throw 4 hits in a hockey game? William Nylander, 12:56. He's only got 2 shots on net and a block. Matthews at 12:27. He's got 3 shots, 2 blocks and a hit. John Tavares, 11:41. He's got 3 shots and a block. Matty Knives, 11:27. He's got 2 shots. Holmberg at 9:48. No shots for him. Domi at 9:38. Lawton at 8:13. McMahon at 7:57. Lorentz at 7:18. Yarncroc at 7. And Pacioretty at 6:55. Nick Robertson could play 6 minutes and 55 seconds and have a better go. Pacioretty, he's got 1 shot and 1 hit tonight. You bring Pacioretty in to hit, and he's not hitting. I think it was a mistake keeping him in here for another game. They should have swapped him for Nick Robertson. From the defensive standpoint, Ekman Larson, 14:54. He's got a block and 2 hits. Riley, 13:40. He's got 2 blocks. Jake McCabe at 12:53. Carlo at 12:24. Tanev at 11:55. And Benoit at 10:30. If only they would pick up the pace in the next Frank, they got to get there first. They got to get there first. Leafs are a big hit. Send smell. Sweet. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. You know what? Talk about the change in Vancouver. You're seeing it every day now. You're seeing it every day. Teams are parting ways with their coaches, and that's what happens this time of year, right? Those teams that don't make the playoffs traditionally want to get something happening. They want to start rebuilding. So where do you start? You fire the coach. The GMs aren't going to fire themselves. Most of the boards aren't going to get together and fire the GMs. They're going to say, you know what, GM? Make a coaching change. Make a coaching change and then start going on. Raven, who's there? Knock, knock, who's there? But that's how it all begins. We saw this in Toronto. Shanahan probably should have been gone along with both Dubas and Keefe. And I think Dubas should have got rid of Keefe the year prior. Instead, he kept him on and cost him his job as well. Also, he tried to make a power play and tried to force Shanahan out to take over as president and GM, and that just didn't go over well. So defense, they're playing okay. Forwards, we need to get it going. We need more shots from the point. Carlo has 2 shots tonight. Benoit has a shot. When the Leafs are playing well, Ekman Larson is getting shots. Riley's getting shots. McCabe getting shots. Those guys have no shots tonight. Nothing from Ekman Larson or Riley. Those two have been putting up lots of points. They have kind of disappeared. We talked all season about how the Leafs did not utilize their defensemen well. We talked about how in order to do that, they got to get shots from the points, because those shots from the points would lead to a different defensive strategy against them. And again, that would mean, hey, more shots from the D, more potential goals from the D. Leafs were absolute last place in the league, points by defensemen, and they need to turn that around. When you look at the leading point getters for the Maple Leafs right now, Morgan Riley's got 3 points. He's got 2 goals. Ekman Larson, 2 goals. Simon Benoit has a goal. You only get goals from defensemen when you put the puck at the net. Look at the 1 goal tonight. It's from a defenseman, Shabbat. Traffic in front of the net. He just throws it towards the net. Good things happen. Shelby, how's it going? Welcome in. Jack says Sens are going to force it to Game 7. Sens going to force to Game 7. I hope not. But the Leafs, they've been playing an okay game. They're not utilizing their D. That is the big difference right now. Senators know when the Leafs are coming in, they're driving it to the net. They're not stopping and putting it to the D. The Senators, they're mixing it up. They're using the drive and they're using their D. That is a huge difference, Let me flip it over to the Senators, actually. When we take a look at the Ottawa defense, 5, that's blocks. You got a shot from Shabbat and a shot from Jensen. So a couple of shots from the D, they're putting them in. You got to block that shot. Shabbat has actually had probably 6 shots from the point. A number of them have been blocked. The point is, he's taking shots from the point. And if they get through and potentially could score. BC, what's going on? BC, are you enjoying the game? I know you said you were going tonight. Are you enjoying it? What's the mood like inside the building? Leafs lose a series first time ever. Nah, Cottaging, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They got to play. They got to come in here. They got to play big. Let's take a look. The Devils are up 3-0 over the Hurricanes. Wow, 3-0. Oh, I take that back. I refreshed. It's now 4-4. Are you kidding me? The Devils were up, and it's now 4-4. Holy cow, the Hurricanes coming storming back on the New Jersey Devils. Wow, the Devils went up 3. It was actually 3-0 Devils after the first period. Mercer, Meyer, and Nosen with the goals. Then it's Stankoven, Blake, Sveshnikov to tie it up. Heeshire to go ahead. Aho to tie it up again. What a game out in Carolina as the Hurricanes trying to put this one away. Raven, never. This is nuts. Absolutely nuts. I can't believe it. All right, let me scroll through. 4-4. I can't believe they tied it up. That's madness. Absolutely madness. But this is what playoff hockey is all about. It is playoff hockey at its finest. At its finest. 6:42 left in the second period there. Crazy. We love playoff hockey. Coming up tomorrow night here on the channel, it's the Montreal Canadiens and the Washington Capitals. That is a 7 o'clock game. Jordan, how's it going? Need a good scrap? Get the adrenaline pumping for the buds? Have to cater to the crowd, get the arena buzzing. You know what, Jordan? It's not a bad comment, right? I don't know if they necessarily need a full-out fight, because I don't know if Ottawa would want to drop the gloves at this point, because it would give the crowd the adrenaline. But a big hit, a big play, they need something to spark up that crowd. Jason, how's it going? Welcome in. Do you agree if the Sens score another goal, it's over? Plus, no, I don't think it's going to be over. Domi McMahon, Pacioretty, and Holmberg. Yeah, our man, they have not been good. Third line, since they took Nick Robertson out, third line has been useless. And it was a big mistake not to put him back in for this game. It really wasn't. Now, the Leafs called up a bunch of players. Now that the Marlies have been eliminated, they called up a bunch of guys. So maybe you pull out Pacioretty and you put in like someone, like Alex Steves, right? We've seen him and how well he plays. Maybe they put him in the third line, somebody who can score, who can move the puck, who's got speed. Maybe we see one of those Marley guys come in and fill that role. That would be very interesting. Holmberg is like a marshmallow. Yeah, he's getting pushed around, but I don't mind. I don't mind how he's playing. He's going in the corner. He's grinding it out. When Domi played on that second line, and even when Bobby Mack played on that second line, that was that role. Nylander and Tavares, their role is to get open. Tavares is there to help out, but that other winger got to go in those corners and grind it out. So that's kind of what he's there for. Does anybody ever have Facebook want? No, Daryl, I've never seen that. We want Nicky Bobby. Travis, I love it. Nicky Bobby, that's great. Tony, what's going on? Welcome in. I'm up north, no cable. Do you have? I don't, Tony. I'm watching it here on Sportsnet. So I'm watching on Sportsnet. That's where I get it from. It's proven Nick Robertson is a shot of cannon when he comes back. Exactly. And that's what they need right now. McMahon does look a little lost. That is a great call out. Domi was better on the second line, and that's where we saw him to end the second period. He was up on that second line. Let's see, will he stay there, or will they move him back down? All right, we are set to go. Tony, it's not even on that channel because the baseball game is on. I think it's on 680, if I recall. That's right, B-Man. He'll figure it out. All right, the clock is 0. Let's get set. Period number 3 coming up. Let's go. Let's do this. Period number 3. Leafs down by a goal. It's time for them to pick up that pace. Leafs are ahead in the offensive zone time, 17:45 to 14:09. So they are up a couple of minutes on the offensive zone time. They just really need to pick up that pace. Stop passing it around as much. Stop being so cute. Just take those shots. Thank you for hitting those subscribes. We're on the way. 6 subs away from 60, from 260. Let's go. I'll leave you guys up to remind the new folks coming in to hit that subscribe. Remember to hit those likes as well. Keep it going. Period number 3 starts right now. It's the third line for the Maple Leafs starting here. Sens going to win it back. They're going to bring this in their own zone, trying to come up through the middle. It's tipped out and out of play, so as quick as we start, we stop. Yeah, Jason, I agree. 100%. 100%. Welcome back, Noah. Go Habs, your best friends. Tomorrow night, Montreal and Washington right here on the channel. That's going to be a good one. David, how's it going? Welcome in. Spilled the rum. Off the draw, Riley going to bounce this one up. Going to be chipped in down in the corner. Den's going to work it around. We got to get the forecheck working. Forecheck has been weak. This going to come out. Senators, Pinto going to flip this one in. Leafs going to back it up. Riley has it. Senators, they're still going to put the pressure like they did here, knocking it away from Lorentz. Perron going to send it to the side of the net, but Stolarz is going to catch that and hang on to it. So, Hope Meeks, what's going on? What does anyone injury and a Sens player have in common? What do they have in common? I can hardly wait. Bam Bam, what's going on? Welcome. Time to pull it up. You know what we got to do? I know it's early in the period, and we haven't done it in a long time. So maybe things have been changed. I think it's time. I think it's time. I'm going to take off the glasses so we don't break them. It's time. Let's bring the bucket back. And I just threw money across my floor. We'll find it after. Down in the corner. Toronto going to clear. It's bucket time, baby. This is going to be kept in by Stützle. Stützle driving across. Great shot and a nice rebound. It all starts with a big save. Marner going to bring it down. He's going to drop it over to Matthews. Matthews bringing this one up. Sending it around in the corner. Toronto forecheck coming up. Matthews coming in. Matthews with a hit. Benoit pinching up. Toronto keeping it in. Nice. Throwing it towards the net. And this one is stopped by Allmark. And I don't know where that money went. Somewhere
Mid-save to
there's
keep
a
it one
toonie
goal game.
floating around the floor.
Marner's taken off. He's got an
We're gonna find that
opportunity.
toonie.
Hit that numerous
Let's
times.
do it.
A good adjustment
Let's go.
by Zub, and then how about this pass? And a slide across
All you
by
got to
Cole.
do is the little
This
things.
quick
All you
enough
got to
to
do is
get
the
enough
little
of his
things.
body over. Oh, his reaction was just a positional save. Don't think he even picked it up until it actually
Deep breaths,
hit him.
deep breaths.
But he was in the right place, moving
Good
in the
job.
right direction.
18:46 to go. Off the draw, Benoit's going to keep this one in. Throwing it in the corner for Tavares. Tavares fighting off Jansen. Tavares has it. He's trying to kick it free. Hand pass coming to the line. Sen's going to bring this one out. Ekman Larson standing up, knocked it down. Has it in his feet. He's going to turn and play this one up. Domi going to chip this one in. Racing in here after it. Tavares going in the corner. Pushes up Shabbat. Stolen. Here they come in front. Domi. So Domi back on this second line. Comes to the point. Carlo holds up at the line. It's going to squeak out. Domi with it. He's going to circle back. Had to wait for Nylander to get out and tag up. Riley with it. Here comes Riley. Riley making his move. This flipped up in the corner. It's going to go up and out of play. 18:03 to go. 18:03. Let's go. Cook, what's going in? Is better than the NHL. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad we could be here for you, Cook. Glad to be here for you. Everybody from over there should come over here. We're having a party.
So a little tweak we
18:03. Face-off's going to be at center ice.
Holmberg from left wing, and now
I saw that, Joshua. 2 games. I saw. Going to squeak out. Toronto picking it up, dumping this one in right off the draw. Patricia, how's it going? Welcome in. What does the helmet stand for? Patricia, it's just sometimes we put it on and it brings the boys luck. Adrian, what's going on? Welcome in. Digging in the corner. Holmberg going down after it. Pacioretty digging away. Batherson is going to come up with the puck temporarily. And now this is played up and all the way down the ice. It's an icing call. Icing call. So now we go. Face off in the Leaf zone. Let's do this. Let's do this. All you need is one. All you need is a good shot. Shots from the points. That's right. Sam, that's very right. Very valid. Matthews in to take this draw. Win it to Riley. Put it across to Ekman Larson. Fire it. And Matthews loses the draw. Cousins going to win this one. Fire it down the ice. Racing back to pick it up. No icing called. This turning around. Here's a long pass up into the zone. No offside, but the Sens move it out anyways. Dumped down in the corner. Morgan Riley going after it. Stutzla going to tip this over. Matthews trying to dig it free. Ekman Larson putting his man in the boards. Holden Kachuk there. Going to kick out. And it comes to Marner. Marner going to chip it off the boards and down. Can't get it over to Nyes. Senators going to back it up and get it to Zub. Zub going to work this one through the neutral zone. Here comes Ottawa over the line. Another shot. That's going to be stopped. Going to bounce back over Stutzla's stick. Giroux going to pick it up. Leafs are not skating. Coming in front. This one is picked up. Marner behind the pass. That one is almost a giveaway. Nyes couldn't put it back. Stutzla intercepts. They're going to bring this one down. Come on, Leafs. James, you're very welcome. Welcome in. The Sens working it up near side of the ice, hitting that red line. They're going to dump it in. Coming around at the sideboards. This one is picked up. Lorenz, he's going to chip this one free. Pass across to McCabe. McCabe bringing it in. Long cross-ice pass. Here's Lawton. Lawton shoots, looking for a deflection. Here's another shot by McCabe. That one is blocked. Here's Lawton stealing it again. Tries to center it. Cannot. This is going to be kept in by Lorenz. McCabe putting it back. Shoot that. He does, and it's high in the glove and out. Back down. Yarncroc fires it towards the net. That one goes wide. This is going to be picked up, and the Sens Clavin flipping it out to the center ice line. Lorenz playing this one back. Just slow it down. Slow it down. Here comes McCabe. McCabe hanging on. Leafs making a line change. Going to go up the boards. Domi at the red line. Can't really put it in. Tavares helped him. Shabbat going in after it. Nylander up on Shabbat. Nylander falls down for no reason at all. Stolen by Domi. Domi, the pit bull, coming through. Has it taken away by Greg. He's going to flip it up. Carlo. He's going, nope, he switches spots with Benoit. Benny goes up on his man in the corner. This is going to be centered in front. Ottawa putting it through, and Stolarz is there. Holy smokes, Senators are pressing. Senators looks like the aggressor, the better team here in this period. Yikes. Good job by the Senators. Leafs They got to find their legs. They got to find their legs. Because right now, Ottawa is all over them. Just get it going. Just pick it up and get it going. That's right. Shoot the puck. Shoot that puck. We are 5 subs away from 260. If you haven't subbed up yet, smash that subscribe button for us. Beverly coming in with the super chat. Beverly says, wake up. Thank you, Beverly. Let's go, Leafs. You heard her. Wake up. Off the draw, Bobby McMahon. He's going to flip this one in. Pacioretty racing. It's going to hop away from him. Patch is going to follow this one down in the corner. Over to the far side. Pinching up is Ekman Larson. He's going to have his pass deflected, and that's going to go up and out of play. Brandon, go Sens, go. A lot of Sens fans here, a lot of Leafs fans here. Everybody's being respectful of one another, and we appreciate it so much. Adrian, what's up? Patrick, how's it going? We need points, not scraps. Let's get those points. Finish them. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here comes the second line for the Maple Leafs. Lots of time on the clock, but time is going to start ticking quick. CMDR, welcome in. Off the draw, this is going to be flipped out. Ottawa, they're on the move. Sen's going to bring this one in over the line. Ridley Gregg bringing it through. A little stick check. He's going to go down. Lost the handle. Tavares going in the corner. Carlo, quit watching. Red bringing it in. Take it home, Leafs. Thank you for the super chat. Red dropping the super chat. Out in front. Here comes the Senators. Another shot, Stellars. Trying to reach that one out. Come on, boys. Let's go. Alozo, how's it going? Go Knights. Sanderson with it. Ottawa's just like taking over the Leaf zone right now. Domi trying to slash at it and get it out. Domi still trying to diggle, trying to bring this one free. In the boards, Riley is there, and the Senators going to put it around the boards to Sanderson on the far side. Sanderson walking that line. Sanderson looking. He's going to dump this one in. Carlo there. He loses the puck. Now he's battling back against Tkachuk. He's going to try and move it forward. Leafs going to get this one out and over the line. Senzo putting it right back in, and that's going to go up and out of play. 14:05 to go. Holy smokes. A whole period gone, and the Senators just jiving right now. They are just jiving. This is crazy. Onyx coming in with the 279. If the Leafs don't win, I say we blame Hayden. Onyx, I love it. Great idea. Great idea. Thank you, Onyx, for the super chat. 39 shot attempts for the Leafs, 49 for the Sens. Off the draw, Senators putting it right back in the zone. Come on, Tanev. He's going to start to carry this one up. Tanev on his horse. Up and over the line, going to hammer this one in right on. Nice little stop there by Allmark. Sens bringing it around behind. Clavin kind of turned it over. Yarncroc couldn't get it. Behind the net, still in the corner. This intercepted, coming across. Lawton couldn't get it. Back to Tanev, to McCabe. McCabe throwing it towards the net. That one deflects wide. Got to get that traffic going. You got to get those pucks to the net. Yarncroc feeding it into the far corner. Senators going to pick it up. Monty Paulo is going to work this one out. Yeah, CMDR, that was amazing. Lorentz bringing it in. We have that clip posted. Out in front for Lawton, couldn't get a stick. Here's a shot, and that one is going to go wide. Marner with a glorious chance. Marner, he's carrying it. He's going to bring it out of the zone. He's got a stick hooked all over him. No call. And now Marner gets hog-tied and tackled. This isn't the Calgary Stampede. You are going to the box. Interference. So the Maple Leafs are going to get a chance on the power play. Ridley Gregg goes to the box. Wow. So a good job. The Leafs brought it out. Marner brought it out. He had a stick. He was being hooked so much the stick was kind of stuck in his equipment. The Ottawa player had to drop it, and then Ridley Gregg goes up, grabs him around the collar, puts him into the boards, and pulls him down. So when the Maple Leafs return from this commercial break, it's going to be a power play opportunity, and the Leafs have wasted away the first couple opportunities in this game. Their power play in the first 2 games was ridiculous. It was like 50%. They need to get this one going in. They need to be good. Who is the best playoff beard of all time? Sam, is Jumbo Joe. Rick, that Jumbo Joe's was just out of this world crazy. But it's definitely up there. I don't know if anybody tops that one. It is a bad, yeah, Dan, a very bad penalty to take and bad time. Remy, what's going on? Good to see ya. Hope you are doing well. But let's go Leafs. We are one sub away now from 260. Who's going to put us over the 260 marker? And we start our climb to 270. Marner, make them pay. That's right. Make them pay. This is the time. This is the now. With 13 minutes to go in this power play. This is what it comes down to. If the Senators can kill this one off, or should I say if Toronto kills it off for them, this can swing the momentum in a big, big way. You're going to be a Boston fan, Red. That's outstanding. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Big time power play right now. The Leafs need to get their power play in order because it has not looked good in this game. But this is what this series is all about. This is what we have come to expect. A hard-fought battle. Luke, it is 1-0 Ottawa. 1-0 Senators. With 13 minutes to go here in period number 3. Leafs on the power play. 3 games have gone to overtime. Will this be number 4? Tavares in to take the draw. He's going to win it over to Nylander, but Zub takes it away to him, and the Senators send this one all the way down the ice. So here we go. Mitch Marner on the move. Marner going to carry this one up. Going to feed it back to Nyes. Nyes putting it all the way back. Nylander spinning around in his own zone. You got to go the other way. Here comes Nylander on the rush, putting it over to Matthews. Matthews to Nyes. Nyes. He's going to drop this one back to Marner. To Nylander. Willie taking a look. Nylander. He's going to drop this over to Tavares. Tavares curling to Nylander. Nylander. He throws it towards the net. That's an easy stop. He tried to get one to squeak through. Trying to go to Nyes behind the net. Comes to Tavares. Tavares trying to center it to Matthews. He could not. Tavares going to use Marner at the point. Marner back to Tavares. Tavares is looking. Going to come to Marner. Marner being pinched up on. They got to move it faster than that. Here's another shot trying to hit Nyes. This one goes wide and comes all the way down the ice. Just like that, 1 minute is gone. Nylander bringing it right back in. Up to Matthews. Matthews. He's going to cycle around, putting it off the boards, back up to Willie. Nylander looking again. He's going to take the shot. That goes off a skate in the corner. Matthew Nyes in the corner. He's going to get pinched up. Putting it around to Matthews. Matthews pass. Oh my goodness. Ridley Gregg going to pick this one up. He's going to bring it down. Or sorry, Gaudette. Across. They... The Senators' second shorthanded goal in the series. We said how bad the Leafs' power play is, and it happens again. It happens again. The Senators, thank you, CMDR, I appreciate it. The Senators do it again. Another bad power play. They steal, bring it all the way down the ice, and put it in. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm shocked. Dylan Cousins get the goal, and someone was in this chat earlier saying Cousins was going to score. Gaudette doing all the work and puts this one in. McMahon around behind the net. And he's going to turn it over. Nope, steals it back. Saucering over to Domi. Domi, he's going to put it across. Back to the point. All right, let's not shoot the puck because, you know, you can score by not shooting. Pacioretty trying to shovel it to the side. He can't do it. Coming out in front. Here's McMahon. He shoots. What are they doing? And this is going to come all the way back. Ekman Larson up to Domi. That's going to be offside. Wow. 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 Wow is all we can say. Absolutely horrendous on the power play. After the first 2 games, the Leafs were lights out on the power play. Here again, just terrible passing, sloppy power play. My goodness. This is crazy. This is crazy.
momentum change again here in the third period.
10:49 to go. There's still lots of time left, but the Maple Leafs are playing defeated hockey right now. They are playing defeated. Laurent's going to put this up to Lawton. Lawton going to flip this one in the corner. Here we go again. Down in the front, Laurent with a backhand. Nice little stop here. But again, they're not challenging Ullmark. Ullmark has not had to make a difficult save tonight. Here's McCabe. His shot right on, and that's going to be stopped. And again, Lawton kind of takes a shot as he goes by. Maple Leafs got to do something to find some energy here. Joel, you did. There it is. I saw some. I remembered somebody was putting it in. Good call, Joel. Good call. Indiana Shell. Coach, I love it. I'd like to see it tried out in like preseason or something, but I think it's a cool rule. I really do.
Some people wondered, okay, do they have inside his head?
This is absolutely crazy. This is wild.
Looks like he's under control. Looks like he's confident.
Not at all, Aloso. Not at all. Still lots of time left.
That same feeling.
Lots of time left. Wow. When is Game 6 starting?
In Game 4, the Leafs able to fight back, but this is
Let's not jump ahead. Let's stop. Let's just finish out this game. Lots of time left to go. You gotta believe. Gotta believe. Off the draw. Here's a one-timer from the point. That one's going wide. At least they took a point shot. Senators going to put this one up. Down at the side, trying to steal it in front. The Sens getting it up. Here they come again. Ridley Gregg into the zone. Going to rotate this one around. Timmy Tushu, what's going on? Meadows, how's it going? Later, what's going on? Z, how's it going? Here comes Tavares over the line. 2-0 Ottawa. Dumped in. Sanderson going to pick this one up. He's got to move your feet. This is going to be held in. Down towards the front of the net. Tavares can't get it. The Sens bringing it right back out. Leafs setting it up. Here comes Benoit. Benny over the line. He turns it over. Ekman Larson trying to chip it. He gives it away. And the Senators going to throw this one down the ice. Big hit behind. Marner going to pick it up. Marner getting pressured by Giroux. Plays it out in front of the net. Now over to Matthews. Matthews to Nyes. Nyes hits that red line. He's going to dump it down. This down in the corner. That's right. This is where coaching comes in. Coaching and motivation. You got to find a way to get your best players. Going to work this one up. Here's Stützle. Here's a shot, and that one is stopped. This one going to the corner. Nice job there by Stützle. Leafs going to work this across. Here we go. Nyes. Coming up, it's Nyes against 3 Senators. He's going to dump it in the corner. He gets held up and pulled down by 3 Senators. Everything is legal now. Here comes Tkachuk behind the defense. He has it taken away. Tanev going to drop it here for McCabe. McCabe going to move this across. Here comes McCabe. Going to play it over to Domi. Domi up and over the line. Domi putting it cross ice. Back up top. Here's a long shot. Big rebound. Somebody get there to get the rebound. They can't. This is coming all the way down. Holy smokes. Over to McCabe. McCabe taking a look. Going to carry this one up. Little pass up to Domi. Domi trying to get it deep. Cannot. Gets tied up. Domi still with it. Domi still going. Drops it for Riley at the point. Riley throwing it towards the net. That one gets knocked down. McMahon trying to jump up on that. He can't do it. Excuse me. Pardon me. This in the corner. McCabe going to take a hit. He's going to keep on going. Sens rolling it around back to the line. Ottawa to Zub. Zub playing this one down low. Domi ripping it. Trying to get this one out. Sens have them pinched. All of a sudden, Sens are playing a phenomenal team. Bruce, I hope you're right. Would love to see that go. Zub going to throw this one back in the corner. McCabe picking it up. 7.5. 7.5 minutes to go. We need McDavid. Patrick, 2 more years. 2 more years. All right, Leafs setting it up behind their own net. Long pass, trying to work it through. That's intercepted. Sens trying to bring it back into the Leaf zone. Somebody help out poor Brendan Carlo. He's trying to take on 3. Coming up to Matthews. Matthews. He's going to give this across. Riley has it go over his stick. He's going to put this one in. Thank you, Sanino. Appreciate that. And again, the Sens going to flip this one out to the neutral zone. Leafs going to hammer this one right in. Then setting it up behind the net. 6:45 to go. The Leafs have completely stopped. Davis, I hope they do. But right now, they have completely shut down. Around Stolarz is going to stop this one. He's going to play it up to Benoit. Benoit going to chip this ahead. Tavares, he takes a bump. Yarncroc going to come in. Yarncroc putting it across. Here's a shot from the point. Nobody in front. William Nylander going to walk into the corner. Nylander driving through. Rolls it in. Tavares jamming at it. And Tavares is going to get taken down by Stützle and Tkachuk at the side of the net. Brady is yelling at Tavares. Oh, you're going to flop there? Oh, you're going to flop there?
So difficult to get there.
Unbelievable.
Over the ice at a fever pitch.
So they're going to go to commercial break. The Senators with a 2-0 lead. And Austin Matthews smashes his stick on the edge of the boards, breaking it. There is $400 gone. And not a good start. I don't know where that toonie went. It went flying somewhere. We're throwing money around here. Toonie, somewhere to be found. I'm going to need that to go get a hot chocolate or something tomorrow because it's going to be absolutely freezing here tomorrow, but that's okay. That's right, Patrick. You got to bury one now. They got to find a way to get this one going. Leafs are having some struggles, all right? Leafs are having some struggles. Game 6 on Thursday. Are you streaming Florida, Tampa tomorrow? Wayne, we're going to be doing Montreal, Washington tomorrow. We're going to be doing Montreal, Washington. We've been following them all the way through. That starts at 7. Panthers and Lightning are at 7:30. So we'll kind of be doing some updates. We'll be watching the Panther game from the corner of our eye, but we're going to be focused on the Montreal Canadiens, hoping that they can come back and make a series of it. That would be something. Game is not over yet. Let's keep on going. Richie's dropping money left and right. Oh, my goodness. They just got to keep going. There's still time. 6 minutes left. He broke the stick. His hand is getting better. Right. Bettman's saying no Leafs in the playoffs. Oh, my goodness. Just a commercial break. No timeout. Just a commercial break. Welcome in. Bruce, Val, and Marion. Welcome in. What time does the Three Stooges come on? Oh, I love the Three Stooges. I haven't watched the Three Stooges in forever. They were awesome. Oh, my goodness. So let's bring this back.
Let's go.
Wayne, gifted memberships. I think that would, I don't know how many, actually. I think that would be 10, if I'm not mistaken. 10 gifted memberships would be about $50, if I'm thinking about it correctly. This has been a hard-fought game. It has been a hard-fought game. All right, let's go. Let's bring it back. Off the draw coming around. 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go. And again, this is cleared all the way down the ice. It's going to be an icing call. So Leafs are going to get an offensive zone face-off. Matthew, I hope you're right. I hope you are right. But there's no sure things anymore. Sauce. That was a bad giveaway by Matthews. It has been. Matthews has not had a good game. He has not had a good game. Need these guys to get going. Hassan, we are winning. Let's see. Let's see. Ekman Larson going to try and keep this one in. Sens bringing it high off the glass. Comes right to Greg, and that's going to be ruled a high stick. So we're going to get another face-off coming up. Keep the faith. Keep it going. 5:57 to go. We saw the Ottawa Senators score in their first goal when they had just a handful of shots. All it takes is one to go in, and then you will see the legs, the emotion, the adrenaline come flying back to these Leaf players. There's still time. They got to start winning some face-offs. Senators win another one. Leafs, who at one point, Hassan hitting that subscribe, thank you so much. That puts us 6 away from 270. Thank you so much. Welcome to the community. Earlier in this game, the Leafs were 65% in the face-off circle. It is now 50-50. Here's Tavares coming in. That shot is going to get blocked. It is now 50-50. The Senators winning draws like crazy. Leafs McCabe backing it up. 5:24 to go.
Along with Nyes and Marner.
Remember, the Lightning and the Panthers each scored 2 goals in 11 seconds, so it's possible.
The puck gets back in a hurry
This in the
over
corner,
Stevens.
Toronto picking it up, walking through the middle, turn, shoot. Matthews, how did that not go in? Oh my goodness, somebody turn off the deflector shields. Get rid of the tractor beams. Because Matthews just missed an open net. How did that not go in? Holy smokes.
Close to cutting this Ottawa lead in
These
half.
Jedi mind tricks are crazy right now. In the corner, trying to go through.
Takes a look.
Arcade, their power plays don't even help them. They're giving up shorthanded goals.
Morgan Riley back.
Riley going to turn around. He's going to carry this one up 4.5 minutes. Long pass up. Marner going to tip this one in, and just like that, Jansen tried to bring it out. Matthews keeping it in. Matthews trying to stick handle in a shoebox, giving it back to Riley. Marner at the point. He sends it in front off the boards, goes just wide. Picking this one up on the side. Senators are going to move this one ahead.
Corralled there by Perron, and
Perron is going to dump this one in. Stellaris, he's going to come out to play this off the boards of the corner. Carlo going to move it up to Domi. Domi in the middle. Here comes McMahon. He's going to drive it through. That's going to be punched out of the air. And Perron going to turn this back the other way. The ghost of Ballard. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Here's a long pass up the middle. Leafs going to try to knock it down. They can't. Senators coming in. Here's Cousins with a shot that goes wide. Domi back to pick it up. Domi looking to move it ahead. He's going to get this over to McCabe. McCabe brings this one in.
McCabe working in, left the
This Domi on the side, back up to McCabe. It's in his feet. He's going to come back to Domi. Domi to McMahon behind the net. He misses the pass. Sanderson up on him. Pacioretty coming in with a late hit. Here's McCabe in the middle. Pacioretty or McMahon missed the puck. Domi throwing a big hit. And here come the Sens the other way. 3:26 to go. The Maple Leafs, it's now. You got to do something. Setting it up behind the net. Here's a long pass. This one coming up.
That'll bounce
Going to
past
bounce
the-
off the boards. Nylander coming in. Nylander steals it. Over to Nyes. Side of the net. Jam play. It goes behind. Going for the wraparound. They still can't put it in. They can't even hit empty nets. Toronto trying to center it. They hit the back of their own player. And the Senators going to clear this down. It's an empty net for Toronto. 2 Senators get there before a Maple Leaf player. And they put it. No, now they put it in the empty net.
Empty net goal, Tim Stützle. 3-0
Stützle puts this one in the empty net. This one is done. The Maple Leafs are an absolute disaster in tonight's hockey game.
In game 4.
The Senators dump the puck down the ice. The Maple Leafs have pulled their goaltender, and it's 2 Ottawa Senators getting there before, and it was off the goalpost. The Maple Leafs put it off the goalpost. It was that close. Nyes with a couple of chances, and they put it off the goalpost. It comes down the ice, and it's Giroux and Stützle getting there, and it's Tavares, the lone Leaf, getting back. Wow. Absolutely devastating here by the Toronto Maple Leafs. And they're going to call a timeout. 2:51 to go. Again, we've seen a couple of goals scored in a short time, but to get 3 goals in 2:51, well, it's mathematically possible. I don't think it's going to happen. Wheezy, how's it going? Welcome in. 266, 4 subs away. If you haven't subbed up, hit that subscribe for us. We're going to be back here tomorrow night watching another Canadian team trying to fight for their playoff lives in the Montreal Canadiens. Can they do it against the Washington Capitals? That is going to be a banger. We're going to be live tomorrow at 6:50, I believe, is go live time. See you in the early first tomorrow, Sam. 10 hours. Rack time. All right, Wayne. Take it easy, Wayne. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, our man is just. I don't even blame that. I don't know what's going on with these guys right now. Stützle's second goal of the playoffs. Giroux to Chuck picking up the assist. Marner going to set it up in his own end up to Riley. Riley playing it up. Tavares going to dump it in. Stellaris going to the bench again. Senators shooting for the empty net. That goes wide. So it's going to be an icing call. So with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, it's an empty net here for the Maple Leafs.
Let's go!
Thank you so much, RT, coming in, hitting that subscribe. Power play. The last 2 games of power play has been atrocious. absolutely atrocious. Prox, welcome in. Off the draw, Sens winning another faceoff. Maple Leafs cannot win a faceoff right now. They can't even hold the line. This is going to come out. Marner going to bring this one up. Pass is going to come to Riley. Riley going to dump this one in. Matthews going in. Sanderson has it. Sanderson going to play it up on the boards. Riley again trying to hold it in. It's going to trickle up to Allmark, and Allmark is just going to cover this one up. Thank you for hitting those subscribes. 2 subs away now. Stutzla is fired up. They're going to go to commercial break. Maple Leafs falling apart. Well, we have a couple of minutes here for the commercial break. I want to thank our moderators for another great job. And moderating is a thankless job, but we thank them all the time. So thank you, moderators. We know it's been busy. We've been live every single night since the start of the playoffs, and we look to keep the streak alive. So thank you, mods. Really appreciate you. Thank you to all the gifters tonight. Onyx, Red Barrel, Beverly, Prep, Mr. Buck, B-Man, Richard. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Really do appreciate it. I want to thank our partner channel, the Florida Park Explorers, who are bringing you the magic from down south. If you like theme parks, if you like theme park treats, merch, all the goodies, you got to check out the Florida Park Explorers. They are just awesome. Right now, we need some awesome. We need this team to find their way. After game 3, I think they took this Sens team for granted. 2 of the wins came in overtime, and this Leaf team has just disappeared. That win in Ottawa, the Senators, when they won in overtime, that has sparked the fire. It's given them life. They come into the Toronto house, and they absolutely crush. They were being dominated for a period and a half, and a simple goal finds its way in. A simple shot from the point gets things going, as Shabbat got it going in the second period. Here in the third, a shorthanded goal and an empty net goal pretty much sums up the story for this Leafs team. Ultimate disaster. But we're going to get some time. This game obviously is going back to Ottawa Thursday night. We will be here. I'm assuming it's going to be 7 o'clock again, but we'll wait to see what's officially posted. Let's go. Free Knishes if Ottawa scores 3 goals. That's amazing. Back from commercial break. Let's go, Leafs. Let's just get one. Let's just get one. Sometimes you just need that one. You got to remember what it's like. Off the draw, this coming around to Matthews. He bobbles it. Going to hold this one in. Matthews turning. His shot gets blocked. Sen's going to clear this to the line and out. And Marner going to peel this one back, all the way back. It's an empty net again for Toronto. Up to Riley. Riley to Tavares. Tavares jumping this in. Why, Sam? Why, Sam? Why what? Why should they get just one? Because sometimes that's all you need. Another icing call here. Sometimes, you need that momentum to say, hey, we didn't let him get the shutout. Reeves doing better than Matthews in this game. Jesse, that's amazing. Who turned on the deflector shield? You like that one? I'm testing my Star Wars material early. May the 4th is coming up. Can't wait. Yikes. This though, has just been a frustrating game to watch. Off the draw, Senators going to win another one. They're going to pull this one up. Leafs going to steal. Ekman-Larsson, dangerous pass to Holmberg. Holmberg working it to the line. Leafs going to dump it in. Maybe they'll listen to us now and pull Pacioretty for the next game. This down at the side. McMahon cycling it in front. Hits Domi's skate. Comes back to the line. No one's there. Ekman-Larsson has to back up to it. Going to move it ahead. Pacioretty throwing it in. A little deflection right on Allmark, and he's going to hang on to it. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. It's been a lot of fun, even though Leafs aren't pulling out a W. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed the chit-chat. I've enjoyed the debates. I've enjoyed the conversation. This really is the best group of people. So thank you for being part of what we do. Now we need one more subscriber to put us over that 270. Who's it going to be to hit that button? Marner putting this to Riley. Here's a long shot. That's going to go wide. My Tim Hortons streak tonight is going to come to an end as I had all Leafs. Back to the line. Riley pinch up there.
keep it in.
Strutzel putting it to the line. The Leafs fail to keep it in. Here comes Brady with an empty net, and he's going to score again. Brady Tkachuk, there it is. Thank you so much. Thank you for hitting those subs, putting us over 4-0. 4-0. There it is. Keep them rolling. Keep them rolling. Keep them rolling. Can we hit 75? Do I hear a 75? Nomi coming in with that subscribe over on Twitch Prime. Thank you, Nomi. Hitting that subscribe. Keep it going. Can we get 75? You guys have been amazing.
Pretty impressive.
Nope. 72. Someone's like, nope, I've had enough. Well, that was short-lived. Retro Gamer, what's going on? It's getting very interesting. Very interesting. 71. You don't have to take him away. Put him back. So Tkachuk, his third of the playoffs, another empty net goal. This one is done. Confirmed. Thank you, Todd. Confirmed 7 p.m. Todd, our Ottawa insider, coming in to break it down. 7 p.m. on Thursday, we will be here. It's going to be stopped at the line. 28 seconds left to go. 28 seconds left to go. I got to give Toronto credit. No rough stuff. No cheap shots. No dirtiness here towards the end of this period. But a good job, good job by the Senators. They were the better team tonight. They were the better team. Allmark, solid game. Didn't have to work hard. Didn't have to really overexert himself. Leafs did not make him work. There it is. All right. Thank you. 273. Yarncroc going to come in to take this one. Face-offs. Leafs were up to 65% in the face-offs. Sens going to win this one. That's actually going to put the Senators ahead now in the face-off department. This is going to be sent all the way down the line. Leafs out-hitting the Sens. Where the Senators out-hit the Leafs big time in the last game, the Leafs are at 35 hits. Ottawa only at 25. So very, very interesting. Class finish by the Leafs. So is Joseph Wall going to get the start? If you're the coach, do you put Joseph Wall in for game number 6? Does Wally go in? Here's a blast, and that's going to sail high and over the net. That would be interesting. There it is, 75. Thank you. And this is going to come all. I said keep it classy, and we got a fight. We got a fight broken out. Benoit and Clavin are going at it. Not much of a fight, more of a tie-up. Cameraman was at the other end of the ice, so we don't know what happened or how this one started. But Benoit and Clavin get tied up, and Clavin kind of judo throws Benoit up and over to take him down. More pushing and shoving. Montipalo comes in here. And Carlo going to grab him and say easy. Carlo, the big man there, towers over everybody. So nothing much going to come of it with 7.5 seconds to go. Senators are improving in every game. Yes, they are. So Montipalo put it around the boards. Benoit stepped up with a big hit. And the Ottawa player did not like that. And Clavin was just going at it. So Benoit stepped up with a hit. Nothing wrong with the hit. Bobbert, I do not blame Stellaris for this loss. Not at all. Not at all. First goal that went in, no chance. Couldn't see that one coming through. Second one was a shorthanded goal, 2-on-1. No chance for him to stop that one. The other goals were empty netters. So I do not blame Stellaris at all. I thought he actually played a very good hockey game. I don't think Wall could have stopped either one of those goals that went in. But maybe it's just time. Maybe you need to do something. But I will tell you, if they put Joseph Wall to start Game 5 and they do not pull Pacioretty, I'm going to be really mad. Pacioretty has been a disaster. So it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey for the remaining 7 seconds off the draw. Sen's going to win another one, and there's Lawton throwing a little bit of a hit on Nick Cousins. Now Lawton and Cousins. Oh, and Nick Cousins comes with a left hook, and he actually punches the linesman. So Nick Cousins throws a punch and hits the linesman. But there it is, Linus Ullmark, his first career playoff shutout. Congratulations, Ullmark, on a game well played. Maple Leafs, just an ultimate collapse here in Game 5. I am so thankful I did not go to this game. You'd also pull McMahon. We got to see them get going. All right. Shabbat opened the scoring in the second period with his first from Kachuk and Stutzla. It was Cousins in the third period with the shorthanded goal from Gaudette. Then it was Stutzla and Tkachuk with the empty netters. And that is your overall score. If we go over and take a look here, let's bring up these stats. Boom, 27 shots on goal for the Maple Leafs. They went 12 in the first, 6 in the 9. Ottawa with 19 shots, going 4, 8, and 7 to get their 19. 39 hits for the Maple Leafs, 25 hits for the Senators. Face-offs, Toronto ends up being 1 up, 35-34. Although I think the Senators won that last one, so that may come back and be a tie. Leafs go 0 for 3 the last 2 games. Their power play has been a complete ridiculous disaster, giving up 2 shorthanded goals. Senators go 0 for 2. 10 giveaways to 8. Nothing wrong with those giveaway numbers. 18 block shots for Ottawa, 17 block shots for Toronto. Very, very close there. Patola, you're very welcome. You are very, very welcome. Riyadh, you did. You called it. You called it. Justin, take care. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully when the Maple Leafs play again, it's game 1 in the second round and not game 7. Phantom, I hope they can get it done. There are your 3 stars. Chris Tanev picking up star number 2 tonight. That's an odd one. Stutzla, star number 3. Tanev, star number 2. Allmark, star number 1, picking up that shutout. He played really, really solid hockey. Connie, how's it going with the booze? I'm with you there. I'm with you. Drop those boos. Not happy with it. At the end of the day, if we take a look, what did the Maple Leafs do wrong in this hockey game? How did they close this out poorly? Well, they got shots. They didn't really use their defensemen until late. They started passing it back to the point. They were starting to get some shots by their defensemen, but not many. 3 shots from McCabe, 2 for Benoit, 2 for Carlo, 1 for Ekman-Larsson. Morgan Rielly did not have a shot on net this game. Ekman-Larsson only had 1. Those are goal-scoring defensemen there. So they need to do a better job there. When it comes to the forwards, Nyes had 3 shots, Matthews had 3, Nylander had 3, Tavares had 3. That's all right. Marner with 2, Lorentz with 2, Patch with 2, Lawton with 1. No shots from Domi, Yarncroc, Holmberg, or McMahon. This was just a big struggle game. Marner led all forwards, 21-52, almost 22 minutes of ice time. On the defensive side, Rielly played 22 minutes of ice time, leading all defensemen. And I don't know how many games we have to watch, but we say the same thing. Every time Morgan Rielly leads the way in ice time for defensemen, bad things happen. He needs to be more around the middle of the pack. Ekman-Larsson, 20-24. McCabe, 19-36. Carlo, 17-20. Tanev, 16-52. And Benoit, 14-56. Very much so, Ryan. Very much so. Tomorrow's going to be a big game. We're going to be looking at Montreal and Washington tomorrow. We're also going to have our eye on that Florida-Tampa game. So a couple big games coming up. Leafs smelled like desperation tonight when it should have been the other way around. I'm not a happy camp prep. That's a great point. Great point. Desperate hockey. They did not come out with energy. They did not come out with smart plays. They played like individuals. They came up here playing like individuals, and that was just a bad thing. You cannot come and play like individuals. You need to come here. You need to pass the puck smartly. We didn't see great smart passes. We saw lots of passes, lots of skating with the puck, and then bad shots. Shots from sharp angles. Those do not work. So if we take a look at the Ottawa Senators, on the other hand, the Senators, they played an interesting game. They kind of sat back and let the Leafs bring it to them in that first period. They only had 4 shots in the first period. Senators, 4 shots. Leafs had 12. Leafs were dominating that first period, but the Senators knew they were going to carry the puck in. They knew they only had to set up to watch for those shot blocks down low, stick lifts, and they did just that. Once they got out of the first period, you could just feel this was Ottawa's game. I'm pissed right now too, Sam, because they didn't win. Yeah, listen, I'm not pissed. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because the Leafs have done this before. The Leafs have done this many times before. And with all the money tied up in this organization and franchise, to not give 110%, to float around, William Nylander floating around, waiting for breakaway passes, Austin Matthews giving the puck over, turning the puck over. You know, I thought Mitch Marner actually played a decent game. Yes, he made some bad plays, but I thought Mitch Marner played a decent game. Matthew Nyes had a decent game playing the game plan, but when everybody else isn't getting you the puck and they're not doing what they should do, blown coverage, you know, it brings everybody out. You know, on that 2-on-1, Marner didn't go down to try and block the pass. That would be my only criticism, but he took the shooter. You know, he tried to kind of take that lane away. It's crazy. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it. YouTube friends, thank you so much. I appreciate all the kind words. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues. Thursday night is going to be another important game. I'm going to wear a different jersey on Thursday because this one now, 2 losses in a row. Time to change it up. Clearly, the bucket didn't work. The gloves didn't work. But we brought the energy. You guys brought the excitement. You guys brought the fun. Leafs did not tonight. So congratulations, Sens fans. You played an amazing game. You played a really good game. You were backed by an unbelievable goaltender tonight in Linus Ullmark, who didn't really have to get tested overly hard. Took shots along the ice, shots in the chest. You know, there was one by Lorentz that opened him up, and what happened? A great scoring opportunity and a huge stick lift at the end took it away. So it's a great job. The Ottawa Bruins, that's what they're playing like. They're playing like the Bruins of the past, and that style of hockey happens to work. Michael, how's it going? Good game, sir. Have a good night. See you guys in game 6. All right, Michael, sounds good. Yeah, listen. It is what it is. So we're gonna pull up. We're gonna see what happens on Thursday night. Big game tomorrow. Listen, hopefully Montreal does it. Hopefully Montreal gets this one going. I want to see Montreal go through. They're gonna have a tough time. They're gonna have a very, very tough time with the Caps tomorrow, but we'll see. Let's take a sneak peek at the scoreboard. What's going on in New Jersey? New Jersey and Carolina, 4-4, 7:33 left to go in that one. That could be going overtime. Afsel, how's it going? Welcome in. There you go. Sens just proved they can win in Toronto. Lost anchor. Absolutely. You know, Toronto, and I don't want to say the Sens didn't deserve to win because they absolutely did. And that's not what I mean when I say this. Toronto played a bad game. It's not to say Ottawa didn't play a good game. They did. They played a very good game. Toronto played a bad game. A very bad game. Doesn't make it any easier. You know, Ottawa fans, you should still rejoice. You should be happy. You are very much alive in this series. Really wanted it in 5. Yeah, prep in my bracket, I originally had it called in 6. But listen, these Sens now, they're making me nervous. They're making me nervous. Let's see how the Leafs react. Let's see what strategies they pull out here. Chase says, do you have any words that can make me believe? Chase, I would say this is playoff hockey. This is playoff hockey, and absolutely anything can happen. Leafs in 8. That's awesome. Anything can happen. The Leafs have all the talent in the world. They have a great offensive core. They have a great goaltending core, and they have a decent defending core. They just have to show up. Tonight, they didn't show up. Tonight, they let Ottawa dictate the pace of this game. They had the last change. They had the matchups. They had the home ice advantage. And what did they do? They let Ottawa dictate how this game was going to be played. That's not how you win hockey games. When you have home ice, you need to drive it. So we'll see what the Maple Leafs do in game 6. Hopefully Pacioretty comes out. Hopefully they can get that third line going again. Because when that third line is motoring, they don't even have to score. If they're getting chances, that means Ottawa has to put some of their better players to defend that third line, which frees up the top 2 lines. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to come out over the next couple of days. Berube is going to have some splaining to do. You're going to have to help us understand why he kept Pacioretty in. What goaltending change are we going to see, if any? Will Stolarz play the next game? Will Joseph Woll get his first? Lots to come in. Ottawa brought the physicality way down in this game, and Toronto couldn't deal with that. So are they going to pick it back up? Will they go? Listen, everybody loses hockey games. Everybody loses hockey games. You know, it's only 2. If we look in the West Coast, everybody's lost 2 games. Winnipeg, St. Louis, 2-2. You know, you could say the same thing about the Jets. Stars, they're up 3-2 now. Vegas, 2-2 over Minnesota. You know, the Kings and Oilers, 2-2. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Everybody wins hockey games. That's playoff hockey. Nobody goes down easy. Nobody goes down without a fight. And that's why we love it so much. That's why we absolutely love this so much. It's going to be tough for the Leafs, no doubt. It is going to be tough. Getting a shutout in Game 5 is insane. It is. Paid to play. It is. It is tough. It is a tough pill to swallow. And Todd, our Ottawa insider, says it's already sold out for Thursday night. Ottawa gobbling up those tickets. It's already sold out. That is awesome. Listen, when we go to Ottawa on Thursday night, that loud is going to be fire. That loud is going to be absolutely out of this world crazy. They're going to be bringing the noise, and Toronto's going to have to deal with it. Toronto's going to have to find a way to deal with it. They're going to have to button down and play really, really hard. Ekblad, Ekblad suspended for 2 games on that hit. Riot, like we talked about yesterday, they finally, I saw that reverse angle, and he got him on the chin. No doubt. Dirty hit. And they're trying to set a tone to say, we don't want to go tick for tat here. We don't want this to get worse and worse and worse. Just gotta slow this one down. Listen, the Leafs won the first 3 games. Ottawa's won the next 2. Playoffs are about getting streaky. Playoffs are about getting hot, getting going. They're now going to figure it out. Don't get disappointed. Don't get down. Don't get depressed. This is playoff hockey. Everybody wins games. Everybody wins games. Not making excuses, Canadian. If you were here for a little bit, you would have heard me say Ottawa played a great game tonight. Ottawa played a really, really good game tonight. Toronto did not give them pressure. They did not open up Allmark. Steven Lorenz had a great rush where he did get him to open up. And what happens when you make that move? He had a chance. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody who's hit those subscribes today and hit those follows. Appreciate it. Brady is such a good player. Listen, he is. When we talked the end of the regular season, we talked a little bit about the Tkachuk brothers. We talked about how Matthew, did an amazing job in Florida. Doesn't that say something? The core 4 can't get it done. Canadian Brick Dude, let me get back to that thought. We talked about how after Brady watched Matthew go through the whole run and do what he did. Hang on, here's Mitch Marner. Let's listen into what Mitch Marner has to say.
That's how it goes sometimes. What's going on with the power play right now? A couple goals, short-handed goals.
Question is, what's going on with the power play?
I don't know. We'll look at what we can do better and figure it out.
Mitch, what do you make of the way
we'll look at what we can do better and figure it out.
Made some saves, kept them in the game, and like I said, they capitalized on their chances. We didn't.
What was your perspective on the Shabbat goal? Looked like maybe it could have been interference off the draw. How did you see it?
I don't know. I'm just trying to get out to the point, so kind of tough. I'll look at it later to see what I could maybe done better, but just trying to get out there, and fortunately wasn't able to.
What's your sense of the group, Mitch, after the last 2 games?
Fine. We're it's not supposed to be easy. This is never supposed to be easy. So we knew it was going to be a challenge. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. They pushed back the last 2 games. Now we got to go into a building and play our best game. And we've been a great road team all year, so we have confidence in this group.
How close do you feel like you are to your best game?
We're listening to Mitch Marner right now.
I think we've had very good moments of it. I think last 2 games, our second period and our third has been very good. We've made plays. We've, I think, come them in the zone pretty well. So just got to keep staying positive, and we'll look at things that we can do better and figure that out and go forward with it.
Can you get more in front of Allmark in Game 6?
All right, so that's Mitch Marner. That's Mitch Marner. He's saying the right things, right? I don't like his answer about what he thinks on the power play, but he's saying we just got to look at the tape. We got to see what we did and what we didn't do and get better. Don't like some of these questions by the media. They're a little ridiculous, saying, oh, do you think there was interference on this play? Do you think this should have been called? Let's just forget these questions. I mean, these are just bad questions. Austin, how's it going? Just gonna sell. Kev, what's going on? Go Habs, go. Tomorrow night, Kev. Tomorrow we'll have those here. All right, let me get back to finish that thought about Brady Tkachuk. So Brady watched Matthew go and win a Stanley Cup. He was with him every step of the way. Brady was there every step of the way the year before when they went to the final. And when Matthew, broke his sternum, Brady had to dress him and help him out of bed. So he's fired up. He knows what it takes to win. He wants to lead this team. Brady is doing just that. He is leading this team. And you can see, in the in the last game, he took a very physical presence. He was trying to lead by example. He was much toned down in this game. He was really kind of working just to help set up his teammates. Brady is doing a phenomenal job leading. And again, Ottawa played a great hockey game tonight. Ottawa played a great hockey game. They were moving it, and they did good things. Toronto did not. Nothing you can do about that. Sens in 7. We'll see if they can come back that far. They aren't losing 4 in a row. Kevin, I agree. I don't think they're going to lose 4 in a row. They know how to shoot from the red. Yeah, Sofa King, they know how to shoot for sure. They were getting good shots, right? They didn't get a lot of them. They were making good shots. They were shooting from the point. That first goal, Shabbat shoots from the point. Stolarz can't see it. He's looking between the legs. He's trying to see it come through. Can't see it, and it finds its way in. So that's what you got to do sometimes. When you have these point shots, you have to take them and you put it in. And that's what hockey is all about. Now, yes, does it suck for Leaf fans? Absolutely. Is social media going to be a buzzing? Absolutely. Because we know Leaf haters, this is what you salivate for. You're waiting for them to lose this so you can post all the videos and post all the comments and jump on people's streams and say how much they suck and they choke in 1967 and the same things we hear game after game after game. We get it. It was a bad game. The playoffs is all about winning and losing. It's about taking your highs when you win. It's about buckling down when you lose and figuring out and retooling and coming back. There was a post that came around with Coach Green in the Ottawa locker room after their first win, saying, now we got to, I think it was after their first win, saying, take the time, regroup, refresh, get out of your head. No, sorry, it was after the third loss, saying, refresh, regroup, get it out of your head. Now is the time to regroup. And that's what Berube has to do. That's what this Leaf team has to do right now. They have to get out of their heads. When we started the playoffs in our first couple of games, we said in order to be successful in the playoffs, there are 3 things that are needed. There are 3 things that are needed. Luck. What did we say? I don't even remember. We needed luck. We needed a strong mental game. And we needed, what was the third thing? Now I can't even remember. Darn it. Luck, a strong mental game, and lots of shots, right? Toronto got shots. They didn't get the luck. They didn't get the luck going with them. And what happens? You don't get the bounces. You're starting to get stopped. Now it's the mental game that goes. Teamwork. Thank you, Jengy man. Teamwork. The teamwork was there. We saw lots of passes, too many passes. But ultimately, what I wanted to get at was they didn't have the luck. Now it starts to get up in here. Now you start losing the mental game. Now you get frustrated. Now you start trying too hard. Too many passes. You start to try and do it yourself. And that's what happened today with the Maple Leafs. They got in their heads. They lost the mental edge. They lost their mental game. They couldn't control the puck. They were giving it away. Bad shots that they have no business taking, carrying it around. That's a big problem. That's a big problem. They played a good game, didn't have any luck. Listen, the great play that Lorentz made, when he went down in front, he made a good dangle. He tried to pull it back and go around him. A great play. He opened up Ullmark. He had the 5-hole, but he tried to reach it around him. And what happened when he did that? Here comes Ottawa, catches him, stick lift, saves a goal. Great play. Ottawa kill. So I disagree with you, Ains. I disagree with you. Ullmark didn't kill that game. Ullmark did not really get tested. There were a couple of flurries where the Leafs had a great stick check and couldn't capitalize. They hit a post. Leafs didn't have very many of those opportunities. Most of the saves Allmark had to make, he was square to the shooter, took it in the chest, took it in the pads, caught it in the glove. He did not have to work overly hard tonight. He did not. Even though the Leafs had a lot of shots, he didn't have to push. He didn't have to work really hard. But I give him all the credit. A playoff shutout, his first career playoff shutout, he earned it. He did his job. And his job was easier tonight because the Senators' defense did their job. And the offense did their job by coming back and helping out. So he did a great thing. It was a team effort and it pulled out looking good. It's tough. They don't really win puck battles. And you know what? That's a great, great comment there. Because that is something they did do earlier on. Andrew, what's going on? Welcome in. That is something they did do early on where they were winning puck battles on both sides of the ice. They have not done that in these couple of games. Ottawa is doing a great job along the boards. A really good job. And typical Leaf fans. Listen, that's what playoff hockey is, though. Playoff hockey is all about that. Winnipeg, same thing. Winnipeg went up 2, lost 2. It happens. The LA Kings went up 2, lost 2. That's what it's all about. I viewed for the Leafs, subscribe for the content creator, and love the community. CDMR, that's what it's all about. Thank you so much. That's what it's all about. These communities we have, whether you're watching on YouTube, on the TikTok, on the Twitch, wherever you're watching, we have an amazing community, and we appreciate the people so much that we can get together and have these conversations and discuss the game on both sides is what it's all about. We respect the game of sport. We respect hockey, and you have to come out and you got to play. And tonight, Senators came out and played. They were phenomenal. Power play went dead. Absolutely, it did. Toronto, first 2 games, I think they were 50 or 52% in the power play. That all of a sudden disappeared. And when it disappears, you're in trouble. You're in trouble real quickly. But that's okay, right? Like I said, good on the Senators. They won 2 in a row. Leafs won 3 in a row. We're going back to Ottawa. Right now, all the pressure is on Toronto. That's an interesting point. Toronto Walker, he's not ready to be the captain. I assume you mean Matthews. There's a lot of pressure on Matthews right now. A lot. He's got to find a way to motivate this team. He's got to find a way when the coach isn't there to stand up and say, hey, guys, we got to wake up. We got to do this. Not a great game. Matthews usually puts up 6 or 7 shots a game. I think he only had 3 when I looked previously. Matthews needs to get going. Nylander floating around. He went in the corners a bit. I thought Tavares was probably the best Leaf forward tonight. I really did. I thought Tavares played a decent hockey game. Matthew Nyes would be the second best forward. Max Domi, I thought, played a decent game as well. They need to all get on the same page. I think Tavares should stay captain. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting situation. I think that was part of his contract negotiations, I bet, was to say, I want the C. As much as Tavares relinquished it, I'm sure he was told, you're giving up the C. But you're right, Matthews, it's a lot of pressure. I think Tavares is happy that he doesn't have that pressure. What a season he's had. Tavares has been amazing this year. He's been really, really solid, and it's been nice to watch. Brady Chuck, bad luck, starstruck, Sens and Simon Brady played well. Listen, Brady, when you have somebody as close as him and his brother are, and you're with them and you watch them go all the way through and win the championship, you can taste it. You want that. You want to feel it. And listen, they made it in. They fought hard to get in the wild card spot. He wants to get this team to make the best of it. And, that's the question, Andrew. That's the question. Is Joseph Woll going to get that start on Thursday? I think they probably will. Coach Berube said you will see both goaltenders in the series. I don't think Stolarz was bad by any means. I don't think Stolarz was bad. I would put him back in. I would take Pacioretty out. I think Pacioretty, putting him in totally changed the dynamic of the third line. The first game, I say, well, it's his first game back. He hasn't really been in a game. I'll give him the chance. After that first game, I say, no, that's a mistake. Pulling Robertson, not that Robertson is that great. He's got a hard shot and he can skate fast. He gets a lot of rebounds. But pulling him off that line and putting Pacioretty on essentially killed their third line. The third line has done absolutely nothing. And what happens when your third line is not doing anything? You don't have to defend them as hard. It means now you can focus on those top two lines. Makes things a little easier. I would take take Suzuki way before Matthews. In a game that matters, I see. Yeah, you know what? So far, you're proven right. Suzuki has shown to be a better big game performer than Matthews. Now we know Matthews has had some struggles this year, but he's got to show up, right? That's why he's getting $13 million a year to show up and put it in when it counts. Sorry, $13.25 million a year. This is why he needs to come in and he needs to show up and he needs to play really, really hard. Because that's just it. Welcome in, everybody, by the way. If you're hanging out with us here for the post game, make sure you hit that follow. Thank you for tapping that screen with the likes. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button wherever you're watching. It's nice to kind of hang out here and talk a little bit to wrap this one up, because this has been such a bonkers game, such a bonkers game. The Maple Leafs outshot the Senators. They out-hit the Senators, but at the end of the day, the Senators were able to get a couple of goals, and those goals just found a way. Now, they're not your traditional goals, right? The Maple Leafs still played a more dominant 5-on-5 hockey game, but Shabbat, a seeing-eyed shot from the point, finds its way through Stolarz, through a screen, puts them up 1-0, and they never look back. The Dylan Cousins 2-on-1 shorthanded goal. Anytime you give up a shorthanded goal, that's firing you up. And then 2 empty net goals seals the deal, and it was not enough. No, Logan, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. This is playoff hockey. This is what we love. This is what we watch it for. Would I love the outcome to be different? Absolutely. But I love what they're doing. I love watching them. I love that it's a series. Coach needs to sit Marner and Nylander down and explain what it takes to win. So, Brand, I have no problem with Mitch Marner's game today. Yes, I wish he would have played that 2-on-1 a little differently. I thought Marner played well. I think Nylander definitely needs a little talking to. Nylander did not play a good game tonight, but they just have to figure it out. Crosby, how's it going? The Ottawa Senators wiped the Maple Leafs 4-0 tonight. 4-0, the Senators over the Maple Leafs. If you missed it, let me just recap for everybody one more time. Hang on, what's this question? Can you show me the hit on Brendan Hagel? Ryan, I don't have that accessible right now, so I cannot. We did look at it the other night, but we don't have the reverse angle. I'd have to go and find it. Here are your goal scorers if you missed it earlier tonight. Shabbat, his first from Tkachuk and Stützle. Cousins, the shorthanded goal from Gaudette. Stützle with the empty netter from Giroux and Tkachuk. And then Brady Tkachuk, his third, also into the empty net. So when you take a look at the scoreboard, 4-0, yes, it's a big win, but 2 empty net goals and a shorthanded goal, it's crazy. The Core had their chances a few years ago. Don't think they can do it. It's definitely frustrating, right? When you're spending so much money on these players. And yes, not every team has 4 guys they're paying. Usually it's 2 or 3. That's the Oilers are having the same struggle, right? Of course, with McDavid and Draisaitl. Draisaitl, though, scored a big goal the other night. McDavid, what are you going to do with him? Bouchard has a contract coming up. He's going to need to get paid. Oilers need to invest in some goaltending. Of course, your kind of Oiler fans are kind of in trouble with Darnell Nurse because he's being way overpaid. It's very, very tough. And that's hockey. And that's the game we love so much. Let's see here. Let's see the core 4 notching up again when it matters. Yeah, they certainly have. They certainly haven't. Leafs will lose in 7. So I still think the Leafs are going to come back and play a much better game in Ottawa. I really do. I really believe, Riley is overpaid. Riley didn't have a good game. Boy, it was atrocious. Create more goalie screens and shoot everything. CMDR, that's exactly it. You got to screen games or screen goalies, get shots. Screen goalies, get shots. No, Cottaging, I'm going to wrap it up here in just a minute. I'm going to go get me some supper and have some food, and then we're going to get going. I will be watching along that game, though. I will be watching along. Coming up tomorrow, we have the Montreal Canadiens trying to stay alive. The Canadiens against the Washington Capitals. I hope you will join us for that one. It's going to be fun. When you already have some of the biggest contracts in the league, how aspirational can you be? Win the cup and ask for more money, right? Unfortunately, it's all about money. Playoff tickets for today's game, standing room only seats, were about $350. Standing room seats. It's crazy. This is a business, and Toronto would love to see this go 7 games. From a business standpoint, they're making a couple $1 million every game, pure profit, because they don't pay the players in the postseason. So each time there's a home game, it's more money for those teams. But realistically, I think there was just so much pressure on Toronto to win it at home in the home crowd that they got in their heads. And when that first goal went in, you could just see they were like, oh, shoot. And they felt like they just could not regroup after that one. And to me, that says that's poor leadership. Poor leadership. You get behind, you see the players are down, you got to find a way to motivate them. You got to find a way of bringing them back up. Archangel, how's it going? So I don't think it was. I don't think it was a total butt kicking. I think the Leafs lost this hockey game. They could have played a better game. They just tried to overdo it. So the Senators won 4-0. Senators won 4-0. Sylvan, listen, that's what it is. Listen, that's hockey, right? That's hockey. It is what it is. You can say, there's a lot of teams that have yet to win a Stanley Cup. There's a lot of teams that haven't won it in a long time. Toronto just happens to be one of those teams. Boston Red Sox won a long time before winning a World Series. These things happen. And they'll figure it out. It'll come. No doubt. It'll be their time. It'll be their time. And we just go at it. We just roll with the punches. Sam could be a motivate Dennis. You know what, Dennis, sometimes it's funny. Sometimes, and I talk about this being such a head game. Sometimes we have to get out of our own heads as players. And for those of you who have played at any level, if you've played house league, if you played rep, if you played pro, if you've played at any level, once it gets in your head, you really need somebody to shake you and get you to see the game in a different way. Leafs need you and I to yeah, JDA for sure. Leafs got lucky, 3 OTs. So Jonesy, I don't think so. I don't think they got lucky. The first game, Domi made a beautiful move, cutting through the middle, beautiful shot and a beautiful goal. The Benoit goal off the face-off, taking that shot, a great shot. Nothing lucky about that. Great shots. The same way Ottawa scored a nice goal in overtime for theirs. You make a good hockey play, you get rewarded. It's just these things that happen. Melroy, I think they do. I think they're going to take it in 6. If you go back to our original predictions when we made our brackets and we talked through it, I said Toronto in 6. That was my original prediction. So am I disappointed it's going to 6? Yes, of course. Like all Leaf fans, I'm disappointed. Am I surprised? No, because that's originally how I had it pegged. Just the next one, Archangel. So it goes game 6 in Ottawa. If they win and force a game 7, it will be back in Toronto. So game 7 will be back here in Toronto. But that's just the way it is. This is hockey. This is playoff hockey, which we absolutely love. Now we're streaming on a number of different platforms tonight. So wherever you're watching, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Hit that subscribe, hit that follow button, and make sure to join us. We're here every single night, almost every single night. We are covering a game. So tomorrow night is Montreal and Washington. That's going to be huge. Of course, Thursday now we know it's going to be back to Toronto, and we'll have to see what is going to be up for Friday. So lots to come to be determined. Gonna be interesting. Going to be very interesting. Leafs are the slowest team in the playoffs. They certainly have been the last 2 games, Jonesy. They certainly have been. The first couple games, they were flying. But yeah, this is a slow series. It's a physical series. It is a very physical series. We're seeing, double the amount of hits in this one to some of the others. But this is playoff hockey, and that's what we absolutely love so much. And this is why, we get happy, we get sad, we get up, we get down, We get frustrated. You know, there are some people out there that are throwing things right now, you know. But that's what it's all about. Yeah, Fiend, we don't need that. Come on, be respectful. Be respectful. That's what it's all about, being respectful. I think Wall will get a shot. Mulroy, I think he'll probably make that move. I hope he doesn't. I don't think anything is wrong with Stolarz. I think Stolarz should go back in there. Coach said you'll see both goaltenders in the series, so it wouldn't surprise me if he makes that change. That's not the change I make. Leafs did not win the cup before you were born. That's very true, Jonesy. That's very true. And I'm okay with that.
Let's go.
I'm okay with that. I know it's going to come. You know, it's funny. It's funny. You know, if you were to take a poll, if you were to talk to any Leaf content creator, any Leaf fan, and say, what's the biggest chirp that you get? The answer is always, you haven't won since 1967. Big deal. Big deal. I don't look in the past. I don't live in the past. As they said on Wayne's World, live in the now. You got to look at the now. You got to look at where things are going now, right? Very different teams over the years. Yeah, the 80s were bad. The 90s, there was a chance. Then it got bad again, and things seem to be getting good over the next couple of years, but they've had some chances. I don't look back at what has happened in the past. You can look at the numbers, and the numbers say what the numbers say, and hey, that's okay. Numbers don't lie, but you can make numbers tell any story you want. You know, I look towards what they're doing right now, and those first two games, they look like a Stanley Cup winning team. They really did. The wheels have fallen off? Sure, absolutely. But if they can pick this one up in game 6, and I assume, you know, I'm going to say Florida's going to win their series. Florida-Toronto round 2 is going to be wild. It's going to be wild. And that, you know, if they lose in round 2 again to the Panthers, so be it, you know. If they can pull it together and learn from this series and go on and beat the Panthers, boy, oh boy, wouldn't that be something, you know? Wouldn't that be something? You're going to be doing Florida game tomorrow night. We're doing Montreal game tomorrow night. So we're going to be doing Montreal and Washington. We'll be keeping an eye on the Florida game, so we'll be kind of doing a dual stream, if you will. We're going to make sure that we monitor both, because I know there's a lot of folks in here that want to know what's going on in both. Overconfidence. No, Mike, no, I don't think, see, Mike, I think I think that's the wrong approach. There's not no chances for them anymore, and I'm not being overconfident. I'm being realistic. There's 2 games left in this series. We've only played 5, right? They've only played 5 games. Last time I checked, they've only played 5 games, which means there's 2 more hockey games to go, right? Their chances of winning Game 6 is 50-50. The chances of winning Game 7 is 50-50. So there's 50% chance of the next game that they win. So it's not being overconfident. It's a hockey game. It's a hockey game. Let me tell you this. And I know there's a lot of you here, and some of you might not care for this story, but some of us may play hockey. Some of us may not play hockey. Some of us may have kids that play hockey. Well, at the start of this past hockey season, one of family members' teams, one of my boys' teams, I went to that first practice and I looked at that team and I went, ugh, this is going to be a long season. They're going to be a disaster. They started the season and it was a disaster. It was not good. They won a couple games and they went back to losing games. Well, over time, they won a couple games. They tied a couple games. They made it into the playoffs. Not only did they make it in the playoffs, they finished in 3rd place to make it in the playoffs. They then went into the playoff round robin format like they do. They finished 3rd. They had to play the hardest team in the quarterfinal elimination game, who they beat. They then beat the 2nd best team and went to the finals. And what happened? They shut out the other team in the finals. A team that I said had no chance at the start of the season went on and won the championship with a shutout in the final game. That's hockey. You never know what can happen. You never know. They bought out already, give everyone hope, and they went back to selling out. They didn't sell out. Hockey, yes, hockey is a game of luck. It's a game of luck. It's a game of hard work. It's a mental game. You got to have a good head. Senators had a great head today. Leafs did not. That's what kind of broke things. Quincy, I think they will. I think tonight they came in this with the right energy, the right effort. They very quickly got overwhelmed and they fell to the pressure. That's what I think happened. They didn't get good quality shots. They did not get good quality shots. They did not get things really going. Any given game, that's right, Road Warrior, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Retro, we never mind hearing your opinion. We just hope you're wrong. What did Retro say? I know you won't like to hear this, but I'm hoping for Game 7. Last year Cup final was so exciting. The Game 7s are always good. Listen, personally, I'm not hoping for Game 7 because I'm going to be I got plans for that night. So if it is, I've already told the people the plans are with, I will be streaming. So if it is Game 7, we'll be streaming outside of the studio, but we'll make it work. We will make it work. So listen, this has been amazing. It's late. I got to go get some food. Thank you for hanging out with us. Really, really appreciate it. Let me give it a couple more minutes. I just want to finish up reading some of these comments here. But this is hockey. Played poor, had a few good shots to score. They left. Yeah, Bernadine, they had good shots, but they didn't make the goaltender move. Right? Didn't make the goaltender move. If you want to get really good shots, and Zach Hyman just got taken down. Oilers going to go to the power play, by the way. You have to move. You got to make the goaltender move laterally. When the goaltender starts pushing across, it opens up the legs. It opens up the 5-hole. It gives you room to score. They just didn't do that tonight. So, yes, they had good shots, but they weren't good quality shots. And it is what it is, unfortunately. It is what it is. But, hey, Thursday's a whole other game, and I'm excited for it. We're going to be right here. We're going to be calling the game like we normally do. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. And, we're just going to party, right? We're going to celebrate the game of hockey. Hopefully, for us Leaf fans, the Leafs win. Senators fans want to see it extended. We want to see it going on. Brendan's saying raid. Are we getting a raid coming in? A raid is coming in? Welcome in. But, that's hockey. We love hockey. We'll deal with whatever hockey gives us. And right now, the Toronto Blue Jays are so bad. I want these Leafs to go on because I don't want to have to start watching the Blue Jays. I don't want to have to start watching the Blue Jays because they are really a bother. Really a bother. But, hey, this be hockey. And we wouldn't have it any other way. Welcome in everybody who's just hopping in, who's coming in as part of the raid. I don't even know how all that stuff works, Brandon, to be honest with you. That stuff is all new to me. But this be hockey. We love it. Game 6, maybe they'll do it. Otherwise, they're going to shut it down. That's okay. But the Blue Jays are good this year. They were good, and they've gotten bad again. Mark my words, they sold out. See you next year. Bernadine, don't give up so easily. Don't give up so easily. We got 2 more games. We got 2 more games to pull this one through. We can do it. I think we're good for 6. I think we're good to 6. How do you lose 4-0? Hockey, very easily. Very easily. 4-0 is not a good representation of this hockey game. Ottawa had a shot from the point. Screen goal. Nice goal. Great shot. Nothing wrong with that. Shorthanded goal was number 2. 2 empty net goals. That's how you lose 4-0. Ultimately, it is not indicative of how this game was. Allmark didn't get tested. You're not going to make a goalie work for it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But we saw, listen, yes, 4-0 was the score. But remember, we've seen some crazy scores in these playoffs. 4-0, it's bothersome. The Stars beat the Avalanche 6-2 yesterday. That was crazy. We've seen a bunch of 5-2 wins, 5-1. St. Louis beat the Winnipeg Jets 5-1. Like, come on, the best goaltender in the league. The Avalanche beat the Stars the other day 4-0 as well. The Avalanche, Colorado Avalanche, beat the Dallas Stars 4-0. Oilers beat the Kings 7-4. They put up a 7 spot. Blues beat the Jets in game 4 7-2. Like, there's been a lot of crazy games. 2-0. There was one as well. Here come the Oilers, or the Kings almost put it in. So don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you down. Nah, Callum, it's not a total embarrassment. Not a total embarrassment. See, it was a good hockey game. Sens played a better game. It is what it is. Sens played a much better hockey game, and we just have to take it for what it's worth. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it bother you. All right, TikTok, hang on one moment. Everybody over on YouTube and Twitch, thank you for watching. We're going to be back tomorrow night. I'm going to wrap it up, and then TikTok will come over to you in just a minute. But thank you for watching. Thank you, mods. Thank you for all the donations, the super chats. Thank you, everyone. This has been a great night. Wasn't a great result, but we had a lot of fun here in the chat. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one, and take care.